Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Monday. Thanks all for joining back in once again here on the channel. We got a good one tonight. Ime Udoka taking on Joe Mazzulla. The Houston Rockets in town taking on the Boston Celtics for this matchup. The Celtics 32-14, the same amount of losses as the Houston Rockets. They're 30-14 for Houston. Both of these teams with the same amount of wins each between the road and home splits for these two teams tonight. Celtics 15-8 at home, Houston 15-6 on the road. Number 2 in the West meeting up against number 2 in the East with a battle between number 3 and 4 tonight in this matchup here. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This should be a good game tonight going down. The Celtics looking to see if they can keep it rolling for Boston, coming off a dominant victory over Dallas on Saturday, 122-107. But the Houston Rockets, ever since they lost against Boston earlier this month, back on January 3rd, they have posted an 8-2 record. They have been balling out. Jalen Green is a top 12 scorer in the league in the new year. And Houston has been playing some really good basketball lately. 2 straight wins in a row, 2 straight wins against the top team in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers, 109-108 last Wednesday. They beat Cleveland once again in a shootout, 135-131 on Saturday, and this Rockets team looks absolutely dangerous coming into this matchup. Celtics a little bit short-handed tonight in this one going into this game. Derek White not playing tonight. Neither is Sam Hauser. And Al Horford, he is available. He was listed on the injury report. Horford's available. They need him for his defense. Gives it his all 110% every single game defensively. But there's 2 big losses there. Derek White's coming off a great matchup against Dallas. He was also excellent in the first game against Houston with 23 points, drilling 6 threes earlier this month. And that's a big loss there, alongside Sam Hauser not playing tonight. And both of these teams were missing some key players in the last game. Jaylen Brown, Al Horford didn't play from that first game in early January. But on the other side, Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, both of those guys didn't play, alongside Jabari Smith Jr. He did not play as well, but Amen Thompson, he is the big name right there, as he just came off a career-high 10 assists against Cleveland in the last matchup. He has been really rolled in the numbers recently for Amen Thompson, having some huge games here. But when it comes down tonight, Peyton Pritchard, he's going to have to step it up. Going to see an increase in minutes tonight. I'll go over Peyton Pritchard here in just a moment once we get into it. But welcome in, everybody, tonight for this one. Troy, LiveXFS on the street. Welcome in. Bill, J. Ramirez. Welcome back in here, everybody, for this one. Make sure to keep on smashing that thumbs up here tonight. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. And yeah, I heard about the news there. Unfortunate. Bryce Hopkins has been ruled out remaining part of the season there for Providence. So, yeah, tough one once again. It looks like he could redshirt once again, though. So Hopkins had only played, I think, like 3 games this year once he came back from injury. So he's still technically a junior going into next year, even though he'll be a fifth-year senior. And hopefully he doesn't transfer because he's still eligible for 2 years since he's had 2 redshirt seasons that he's going to be redshirting for an additional season next year. And knock on wood, hopefully he does not transfer. But yeah, this should be a really good game here. Joe Mazzulla perfect against Ime Udoka, 3-0 all time, looking to keep it up at 4-0. But very tough task here. This Houston Rockets team is 3-0 against Memphis, and this Houston Rockets team just swept Cleveland's this past week. So very tall task going up in this one. Here we go. My top 5 picks for tonight. Gonna unleash these guys right now here. This is my top 5 picks for tonight. By the way, this stream is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on this season's sports action with BetUS. It's an A+ rated sports book which has been running since 1994. It's available in all 50 U.S. states where you can bet on your favorite sports teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. For new sports bettors out there who go to the BetUS website, you'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. All you have to do is use my channel link, which is posted in the description of this video, also pinned to the chat as well, to get started with BetUS. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years, and these are the odds this morning when I found them over on BetUS. My top 5 picks of the night here. Houston Rockets plus 6.5 on the spread tonight. Very tall task coming into this one for the Celtics. Houston just won against the top team in the East, swept them this past week, Cleveland, on Wednesday and Saturday. They won in a shootout against the Cavs on Saturday by 4, 135-131. After that loss against the Celtics, the Rockets are 8-2 in their last 10. And they've been playing really well, and their offense was the struggling part. They only scored 86 in the last game for Houston, and after that loss against the Celtics, they have completely flipped the switch. They are a top 3 offense in the last 10 games, averaging 121 points in their previous 10 for Houston, as that's where I like the over tonight for the Rockets in this game at over 108. They're averaging 117 in the new year for points per game. They're averaging 121 points per game in their previous 10 games. Top 3 offense behind the Lakers and the Bucks in their last 10 games for Houston. Houston's coming off that big win, 135-131 against Cleveland, whereas the Celtics, they gave up 107 against Dallas, and that was without Luka, and the Celtics played a really good second and third quarter. Defensively, they stifled Dallas in the second and third, but the first quarter was rough. The fourth quarter started to be quite rough and allowed Dallas to creep a little bit back in the game, and they allowed 107, way too many points there without Luka and 4 other players who didn't play in that game for Dallas as well. So I like Houston to explode over that 108 point total for them today. They're averaging, their cumulative total is 114 throughout the entire season, and their offense has been playing the best basketball this past month so far, averaging 121 in their previous 10. Jason Tatum, this is a tough matchup for him going up against his former head coach who knows him best, Ime Udoka. They get elite wing defenders for Houston. The Rockets defense is top 8 in the NBA, limiting opposing power forwards to average just 21 points per game. So this is where I like Jason Tatum tonight on the under 25.5. It's going to have to be done through balance tonight for the Celtics to get this done. I don't see one guy really going off in this game for Boston. Tatum has struggled in home games. He's a much better player on the road as well, where Jaylen Brown's been the better player at home. So, yeah, Tatum's been struggling. He is number 23 in the NBA in the month of January, averaging just 20... He's averaging just 24.3 points per game. That is fewer points than Cade Cunningham, DeMar DeRozan, Darius Garland, and there was a 4th player I saw too, Jaren Jackson Jr. Those 4 guys, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Jaren Jackson Jr., DeMar DeRozan, he is averaging fewer points than those 4 guys in the month of January, ranking 23rd in the NBA. For Tatum, he's had 5 games in a row where he has scored 24 points or fewer for JT, and this is one of the toughest matchups out there. He scored just 21 points in the previous game on 7 for 19 shooting, so it's going to be a really difficult one right here. So I believe, in my opinion. I've got Tatum under 25.5. I like Pritchard tonight big time. Pritchard dropped down 20 against the Rockets. If there's an Achilles heel for the Rockets defense, it is their perimeter defense, ranking 19th in the NBA. They are the best two-point shooting defense, but their perimeter defense ranks 19th. And also, they've got lit up, allowing opposing point guards to average over 32 points per game in their previous 7, which leads the league for most points allowed by any team to opposing point guards in the previous 7 games. Pritchard shot 8 for 10 back on January 3rd. He did it on the glass in the last game where he was a huge plus. He almost had a double-double with those 9 rebounds against Dallas on Saturday, but tonight it's going to have to be done scoring-wise. Without Derek White, he will need to step up. He's averaging 14 points per game. It's over under prop at just 10.5. He needs to smash that tonight for Pritchard. And my final one here, I got Jalen Green plus odds at plus 475 this morning. Way high plus odds right there to be the game's high score for Jalen Green, to score the most points. Over Tatum, over Brown, Jalen Green is number 3 on the odds for the game high score, behind Tatum, who's got a tough matchup, and behind Brown, who sometimes doesn't want to score the ball and facilitates instead. So Jalen Green, he has gone off. He is number 11 in the month of January, averaging 27.9 points per game for Jalen Green in the month of January, whereas Jason Tatum is 23rd in scoring in the month of January, and Jaylen Brown is outside the top 25. Jalen Green dropped down 27 against the Celtics in the last game on January 3rd. He was the game-high scorer in that game. So I do like Jalen Green right there to do it once again, to be the game-high scorer at plus odds. That's a really good one to recommend to you guys tonight. I took that at plus odds at plus 475 this morning on over BetUS. So if you guys see value in that one, feel free to go out there and take it, because Jalen Green is the top scorer coming into this game in the last month of basketball. He isn't the top scorer cumulative total since October. That is Tatum. And then Brown, is Green's averaging around 21, but his over-under prop tonight for points is at 20.5. But for Jalen Green, a game-high score could happen once again. He had 27 in the last one. So those are my 5 picks for tonight's there. And the link to BetUS is pinned to the chat, posted in the description of this video. And very soon we'll get started with this one. Super Bowl is not this Sunday. It's the following Sunday that they got the Super Bowl. That is, I got the date right here, February 9th. So Sunday, February 9th is the Super Bowl. Chiefs are right now a 1.5 point favorite currently. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I heard they just started, though, for Unrivaled. I thought he made it, honestly, but one referee had him well short. That was the one that won the call, and then the other referee had him ahead. And that computer generated line at times, though, that's like misleading at times. Like sometimes it's not lined up to the perfect spot or so where the computer generated line is. I thought he had it, though, on that sneak. Yeah, wouldn't shock me. Bills get the Rockets money line tonight. Yeah, Celtics have been just so inconsistent. They're still 11-9 in their last 20. Like, I need to see something with a Celtics team that has them stack victory on top of victory here, winning like 4 straight games before you can get like confidently back to like taking the Celtics. And tonight I feel like it's going to be a tough one here, because Houston is looking to revenge that loss that they had for them. And we've seen teams do that this season. The Celtics crushed the Pacers by 37 the first time around. And then the second game after that, the Pacers upset the Celtics. And the Celtics have just constantly been like win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. And then in the middle of the mix was win-win against Golden State, who's waving the white flag. They don't look like they're going to make it to the playoffs this year for Golden State. They're waiting for like a big trade or free agency coming up in the offseason to make some noise for Golden State. So they beat them by 40, and then after that they got taken into overtime against the Clippers team, who didn't even have a single starter. So that's where the win-win on a 2-game winning streak came, before they lost against the Lakers, and then they just won again against the Mavs. But it was kind of like a roller coaster of a game there. The first quarter was terrible that they played. on Saturday, whereas the second and third quarters were elite defense, and then the fourth quarter was not so great as well. Here we go, starters tonight. Fred VanVleet, by the way, he has been balling out tonight, or balling out recently for him in his last 10, really stepping up. Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, he did not play in the last game. He's coming off a career high, 10 points against the Cavs on Saturday. He did not play in the previous game against the Celtics for Amen Thompson, that is, and he's been really strong recently alongside Jalen Green, a top 12 scorer in the league since the new year. Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks, Alperen Şengün, the starting five for Houston, going up against Jrue Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Kristaps Porzingis, the starting five tonight for the Celtics. Horford inserted inside the starting five tonight for this one. And big loss, though. No Derek White tonight in this game. That could be a big loss right there. Jaylen Brown's going to move to the 2 spots tonight. So he's in the 2 spot. So this seems more of like a Jaylen Brown type game that he could go off in for Jaylen Brown. The Rockets have had some issues defending the 1s and 2s on the lineups of opposing teams. They definitely have struggled against the 1s. So Jrue Holiday, last 10 games, he has scored over 11 points in every single one of those. His player prop at 10.5. Expect him to have a big game as well for Jrue. He had 14 on 5 for 9 shooting during the last game, but Peyton Pritchard's going to have to step up, be the X factor off the bench. Here we go. We are on their way, right to left on the floor. Houston controls the opening tip. Black jerseys, white numbers, white letters, red outline for the Rockets for this matchup. Celtics in the home white uniforms, green numbers, green letters for this matchup. Thompson at the elbow. Thompson slides it out to the left wing. Check that. Luke Kornet gets the start. So the graphics show the Horford on it. Luke Kornet actually got the start in favor of Horford tonight as he is out there right now. Kornet with a great contest. There was a missed shot by Houston at the rim. Porzingis quick up the floor, took the 3, and he rattled it in to start things off. Seems like every single game, Kristaps Porzingis, first point score at like plus 300 odds. He cashes in. Jumper's good at the free throw circle by Şengün. Porzingis, he had the first bucket against Golden State a week ago. He had the first bucket on Saturday against Dallas. Turnaround jumper here. Jaylen Brown sticks it at the left baseline for 2. The tough shot right there by JB. Top of the key, Şengün hands it off to Jalen Green as he's guarded by Brown, the 101 at the top of the key. Jalen Green, an elite score lately for him in the month of January. Kick out to Thompson. Thompson at the right elbow. Drives in Porzingis. Underneath, guarded by Porzingis. Floats up a shot. No good. Porzingis able to alter it. Came up with a basketball here. Tatum up the floor. Finds Holiday off to Porzingis. Trails with a hoop. Dump off down low. Kornet off his fingertips out of bounds. Results in the turnover. Yeah, Kornet wasn't anticipating that pass from Porzingis. Porzingis just so huge, though. He had... This is a Rockets team that has struggled against bigs blocking the basketball. That 3-point shot couldn't get sent down. Around the rim and out by VanVleet. VanVleet, 6 games in a row that he has scored under 15 against the Celtics, but he has been balling out recently. He had a big game on Saturday over Cleveland. The jumper is good at the elbow by Jaylen Brown. 7-2 right now for Boston. Great start here. JB setting the tone so far in this matchup. Top of the key, Şengün. Şengün defended by Kornet 101. At the top of the free throw circle, dribbles up fake. Defended by Holiday. Jumper here by VanVleet. That came off the rim. Short track down for the basketball. Brown comes down with it. Far side corner with a rebound. Celtics with possession. Setting the tone early on in this one. The lob off the Kornet. Kornet 11 rebounds last time he took on Houston on January 3rd. Kornet gets tripped up and fouled. Well, good start here. Really good start. A lot of that with Porzingis. Porzingis changing the game right now so far. Yeah, this is the matchup here for Jaylen Brown to have a big game. So he got moved to the 2 spot. Houston has had some issues defending 2s this season. Bounce pass off the roll now. Luke Kornet scores for 2. And Jrue Holiday with an assist. 9-2 for Boston now. First 2.5 minutes into action, Jalen Green off the screen, takes the 3, rattled out. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Celtics looking really good, setting the tone. Brown at the top finds Tatum. Celtics perfect against Ime under head coach Joe Mazzulla, all-time 3-0. Brown dump off underneath Kornet, no good, missed from point-blank range. Rebound ripped away by VanVleet. Green moves it off to the right wing. Brooks will try a 3, swoosh. 9-5 now. First made perimeter shot goes down by Houston by Dylan Brooks. Jrue Holiday, guarded by Brooks, lobs it inside Porzingis. Porzingis been rolling recently. Porzingis down low over Şengün. Little baby floater. Got it to go. Good for the bucket. KP changing everything as long as he is healthy. He is looking good. 5 for 6 right now from the floor for the Celtics. Top of the key, Jalen Green. Jalen Green guarded by Holiday here around the perimeter. Edge of the midcourt logo. Celtics out to a great start. Green towards his left. Green passes off to Şengün. Wide open 3 straight away off the back rim. No good. Offensive rebound control by Brooks. Brooks goes up. No good. Missed the shot. Tapped off the glass. And Porzingis called on a loose ball foul as it was Amen Thompson who was going up for the tap. And they're going to roll it on the floor though. What's good, Ward? Welcome back in. Anastasia, thanks for joining back in once again. Lupe, glad to have you back in, bud. Welcome in, everybody, tonight for this one. Ime not impressed so far by the start here for the Rockets. Good start for Joe Mazzulla's Celtics. Inbound here goes to Houston with Fred VanVleet. VanVleet circles towards his left, sends it off to Şengün. Şengün jumper, 15-footer over Cornet. Missed off the back rim, no good. Off Porzingis, tipped over to Cornet for the defensive rebound. Celtics with it. Jaylen Brown crosses midcourt. 4 minutes into action so far. Celtics looking great to begin. Tatum, guarded by Amen Thompson around the perimeter. Pick gets set by Porzingis. Tatum up fake. Bounce pass. Porzingis steps into a 3. Straight line. He's got it. KP, baby. Changing everything tonight so far. 14 of 5. Porzingis right out of the gate. 8 points. 3 for 3 from the floor. 2 for 2 from the perimeter to begin. Plus a rebound for Kristaps Porzingis. A couple altered shots to start off this game. What a start for KP. Just picked up another foul, though. Has to be careful. And then Thompson attacking down the hill to the rim and drew Porzingis in a shooting foul. So he has to be really careful. That's his second personal foul. 2 shots here at the free throw line for Thompson. First one's good. What's good, Timothy? Welcome back in, man. So only thing so far that's not helping out the Celtics, just the foul trouble. To begin right now with KP. Both of the free throws go by Amen Thompson, 14-7. Tatum with possession. Porzingis still on the floor. Those 2 personal fouls. Tatum at the top of the key. Screen gets set by Cornet. Tatum dribbles up, low block. Tatum double team. Bounce pass gutted away off Cornet. And Şengün had it at the baseline. Came up with a steal. Tatum thought that should have been out of bounds as Jalen Green lobs it up over the top for Thompson. Throws it down with a 2-hand alley-oop jam. Jalen Green yet to score so far. He had 27, the game leader in the last game, but able to score off the fast break. Their special team, number 2 in the NBA, averaging 19 points per game for Houston off the fast break. Jaylen Brown right down the shoot. He's got it. That's a 3, top of the key for JB. 17-9 right now for Boston. Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, both of them cruising so far this game. Porzingis with 8. Brown has got 7. 15 out of the 17 to the duo so far in this one. Top of the key, VanVleet slides it off to the left wing to Brooks. Brooks, step back 3 over Cornet. Knocks in another one. Dillon Brooks, second made triple tonight here for the Rockets. Uncle Pizzo, glad to have you back in, bud. Thanks for joining back in, brother. Wow, spoke to his brother Norman for the first time in 24 years. There you go. Pass off the roller. Lou Cornet get it in the action. Throws it down with a 2-hand posterizer. Wow, they are setting the tone early on in this one here. 19-12 for Boston. Jalen Green yet again on the scoreboard. Edge of the midcourt logo defended by Brown. Green gets around the screen. Green at the top of the free throw circle. Push pass left corner. VanVleet shovels it down low. Şengün outside finds Brooks. Catching fire. Got another 3. Dillon Brooks perfect. 3 for 3. 9 points for him so far to begin this game. Holiday drives, attacks on VanVleet, swings it outside, Cornet, push pass on top, Tatum, rainbow in a 3, bricked off the back rim, no good, Porzingis, tapped it out of bounds, heads up play off of Brooks, it will be Celtics ball. Man, Kristaps Porzingis changing everything right now for the 7'3" big fella. We take the first time out on the floor. 5:46 left to go in the opening quarter, Celtics by 4. Wow, what a start. Here's Porzingis tonight, 8 points, 2 rebounds. Perfect, 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from 3, 6 minutes played. Tapped the ball out of bounds off Houston, plus a couple altered shots at the rim. That's the story of Kristaps Porzingis the first 6+ minutes of the opening quarter. Doing some severe damage right now. 7 points by Jaylen Brown, Perfect. 3 for 3 for JB, drilling a 3. And then 4 points by Luke Cornett with a rebound. Those are the 3 guys right now who look solid for Boston. Dylan Brooks, perfect so far to begin this game from the perimeter. 3 for 3 from the outside. 9 points by Brooks, saving Houston. 4 points by Amen Thompson. 2 points by Şengün, Van Vliet, and Jalen Green, both with 2 assists each. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. We got 70 plus right now watching. By the way, this stream is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on this season's sports action with BetUS. It's an A+ rated sports book which has been running since 1994. It's available in all 50 U.S. states. Bet on your favorite teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. Use my BetUS channel link, which is posted in the description of this video. It's also pinned to the chat to get started with BetUS. Or also, you can click the QR code at the bottom corner of the screen as well. BetUS features sports betting on multiple sports such as NBA basketball, college basketball, NFL football, NHL hockey, MLB baseball, international soccer, golf, tennis, NASCAR racing, and numerous other sports as well. BetUS is a prop builder where you can put together bets for player props and team props also, and it also has same game parlays and has live sports betting during games as well. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video. It is pinned in the chat as well to get started. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. New customers will receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000 with BetUS. It's been changing the game for over 30 years. 19-15 right now. Really good game. Michael, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. I'm actually the third Lupe. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm actually the third. My father's a junior, and my grandfather is a senior. Yeah, so I'm actually the third. So fun fact there. So I'm the third Sal in my family. Porzingis right now on the bench, setting the tone of this game early on, changing the course of this matchup to begin today for Porzingis. Celtics going to keep this going with KP on the bench. Peyton Pritchard, first time on the floor. How about this? X is on the floor right now. Joe Mazzulla is playing Xavier Tillman right now. 5:46 left to go in the first. So here's the 5 of the court currently. Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, Xavier Tillman, Neemias Queta is on the court right now alongside Drew Holiday, who's the 5th player on the floor. They're going to need something here. Jaylen Brown is on the court. Tatum is not, and Porzingis is not. Missed 3 by Holiday around the perimeter. Left baseline, Joel Eason slides it on top off the fingertips of Brooks. He tracks it down into the hands of Şengün to save it. Right around the midcourt logo, Van Vliet. Sends it over to Şengün. Van Vliet, Şengün. Tari Eason, Dylan Brooks. There's a 5th player on the floor as well for Houston. Good altered errors. Xavier Tillman, Neemias Queta down low, able to alter that shot off the glass. Missed by Brooks down low. Brown, jumper, rises forward, got it! And 1 coming up here at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. He was hitting his spots in the last game. He is hitting his spots tonight here for JB. He is back. Man, Jaylen Brown, he is playing aggressive. He is playing determined. What a start for Jaylen. 1 free throw coming up now by Jaylen Brown. Aaron Holiday is the 5th player on the floor. That is Drew's brother, who's out there in the court as well. And the free throw is good around the rim and in. 22-15. Great start here between Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis. Those 2 guys really big tonight so far. 18 out of the 22 between those 2. Top the key with Brooks. Brooks at the left wing away from the basketball. We have a foul. That's charged to Jaylen Brown. First personal foul of the game. Amen Thompson, the inbound passer. Bounce pass, Brooks around the perimeter into the hands of Şengün on top. Over to Aaron Holiday as he drives, attacks inside the paint. Aaron Holiday guarded by his brother Drew, and Drew picked up the reach and foul on the pass, so that will stop the clock once again. And a jumper from deep, no good. Amen Thompson, though, offensive rebound, able to put it back in and flushed it home with a two-hand jam. 5-point game right now. Greg, welcome back in. Hockey from home. Thanks for joining back in. Jaylen Brown at the top. Jaylen weaving towards his right. Off to a great start. Moves it cross-court off to Xavier Tillman as Tillman fumbles the basketball and turns it over. Out of the pack here goes Aaron Holiday on a 3-on-2 for Houston. And Eason got it out to the wing. Dylan Brooks jacks up the 3 and makes another one. He is perfect at 4 for 4 right now for the perimeter. It is a 2-point game. Dylan Brooks, a tough dude. Stared down Jaylen Brown as he made that triple. These guys got some tough guys on the floor. Amen Thompson with a putback dunk off the offensive rebound. Celtics fail to box out. And then the 3-point shot by Brooks. Nobody there to lock up Brooks so far this game. Pritchard looking to get into the scoring action. Skip pass, left corner off to Drew Holiday. Step back 3 to air. Left corner rattled around the rim and out to rebound. Controlled out of the pack here for Amen Thompson. On top finds Brooks. Brooks already with 12 to begin this game. Brooks attacks downhill to the paint. Brooks no good off the glass. Rebound controlled by Drew Holiday here for the Celtics. Drew up the floor. Has it at the top of the key. Pritchard came off the screen instead. Lobs it down low off the Brown. Brown turnaround. Missed off the mark. No good. Deflected out of bounds off Cada. And this will head back to Houston. Yeah, they had the right idea, though, going inside. Just a tough one. Missing the turnaround shot for Jaylen Brown. What's good, Bradley? Welcome back in, man. Your card's looking really good this season, man. Amen Thompson at the elbow. Outside finds a Holiday for Houston, who tees up a 3 and he drills it. So Houston able to make their 3 on their side. That is Aaron Holiday who is on the board. 23-22, 8-zip run by the Rockets here. Porzingis not on the floor. Tatum not on the floor either. Jaylen Brown just bricked the 3 off the back rim. A rebound controlled by Amen Thompson, who's recently taken over this game right now. Thompson, dribble, drive, attack, slices the feathers right to the cup and he scores with a left-hand layup. Joe Mazzulla will burn a timeout. He did not play in the last game on January 3rd. And it shows right there. Amen Thompson. There's guys right in his column alongside him. Anthony Edwards is one of them for sure. Just that guy that has a quick step, that drives through the teeth of the defense, did exactly that. Very Ant-like. When Ant is not jacking up threes, and instead he's attacking the defense. That is very Anthony Edwards-like, Tyrese Maxey-like, and Amen Thompson is playing like John Morant right now on how he just attacked the Celtics defense, and Mazzulla just burned a timeout. 25-22, 3-point lead's a 10-zip run. I mean, this guy's going to be the X factor tonight for Houston. The Celtics didn't get him during the last game. They've had some issues defending players who didn't play in the previous game. Benedict Mathurin, one of those examples for Indiana, didn't play in that entire series last year against the Celtics in the conference finals, and then the first game he scored a bunch of buckets against the Celtics in the November game, and then he had a pretty solid game in December as well against Boston, and then they didn't see Nembhard in one of those games, and he dropped down some significant buckets in the next game after that. So they've had some issues containing players that sat out in the first matchup and have played in the second matchup, not being able to get, I don't know what it is, not being able to get enough tape on them or not knowing how to play them since the first matchup, not realizing that they're there. But yeah, Amen Thompson has completely changed this team alongside with Jalen Green being a walking bucket in the last month. Fred VanVleet really stepping up offensively in the past couple of games for the Rockets. And that was a really questionable rotation that Joe Mazzulla had out there on the floor. Really questionable rotation. Here we see Xavier Tillman play 3 minutes with Neemias Queta. And that's questionable. Al Horford is available tonight, according to the Celtics Twitter page. He's available tonight, yet Horford's yet to check in the game today. They're without Derek White and they're without Sam Hauser tonight. But I don't know if that's the answer tonight. Putting in Xavier Tillman, a guy that's on the bottom of the list below Jaden Springer. He didn't even play in that game against the Clippers. Xavier Tillman, that is. He didn't play against the Clippers last Wednesday for him. Like, I would imagine that he's going to be on the trade block coming up at the trade deadline. Like, he's unplayable. And it's kind of odd because a couple of years ago, he was the one who locked down Anthony Davis in the first round of the playoffs. We get back to action here. 2:45 left to go in the first. Jaylen Brown bounce pass sets up Tillman outside into the hands to Drew Holiday. Thought about a step back, now receives it off the handoff from Tillman. Pocket pass off to Tillman, rolls down. Tillman couldn't finish at the rim as the Rockets' feisty defense triple teamed and altered a shot off the glass, no good. Top of the key, Eason slides it off to Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday defended by Pritchard. Cross-court pass at the top. Eason tries a three over Brown. Missed poorly off the bottom left of the glass. Offensive rebound, though, by one of the best in the game, Steven Adams, on the offensive glass. It gets stolen away, though, by Pritchard. And Pritchard draws the reach and foul. Picked up charge to Aaron Holiday. Wow, Peyton Pritchard, man, just huge with that steal. Peyton Pritchard's going to have to get some shots up eventually. He has yet to attempt a shot so far. Drew Holiday. Jaylen Brown's going to check out. Here's the five of the court for the Celtics here, as Jason Tatum checks in for Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard, Drew Holiday, Neemias Queta, and Xavier Tillman. That's the five in the court right now. The Celtics a little bit short-handed without Derek White and Sam Hauser tonight. Pritchard at the top of the key. Pritchard towards the right wing of the perimeter. Sends it on top to Tatum. Steps into the three straight away. Tatum, and he airballed it. Yep, JT airballed it. 5 games under 25. Going to get back to my top 5 picks for today there. What does number 3 say? Jason Tatum under 25.5 points for my prediction. And yeah, Jason Tatum, what has he done in this opening quarter? He has done nothing scoring-wise. No points for Tatum still, just airballed at 3. Amen Thompson, top of the key, now guarded by Jordan Walsh. Walsh on the floor, first time today. Walsh contests a shot by Thompson. He got it down for 2 though. Tough shot right there into the mid-range by Amen Thompson. Celtics stuck at 22. 3.5-minute scoring drought for Boston. Tatum at the elbow, floats the pass off to Tillman, who is still on the floor right now. Tatum, Tillman. Neemias Queta, Peyton Pritchard, and Jordan Walsh. That's the 5 in the court. Tillman gets it away to X. X takes the 3 off the rim. No good by Tillman. Rebound pulled away by Tari Eason. Eason up the floor, lobs it up over the top. Thompson soars up, and he gets fouled in the alley-oop jam, and he'll shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. Almost close to converting an alley-oop by Amen Thompson, who is completely taken over this game right now. It's Xavier Tillman, who has done just a poor job ever since he's checked in on the floor. Just a bad act after a bad act, and this will be 2 free throws coming up by Thompson as Tillman committed a foul at the rim. Xavier Tillman, minus 10 on the court, unplayable. First free throw, it is good by Amen Thompson. And Jalen Green checks into this game with a 6-point lead. That's a terrible sign for the Celtics. After January 4th, the Rockets lead the league. They are number 1 in offensive rating. From October 22nd to January 3rd, they rank 14th in the NBA in offensive rating. Ever since their loss to the Celtics in the last 10 games, they're averaging 121 points per game. They are number 1 in the NBA in offensive rating. Pritchard gets this ball deflected out of bounds off Aaron Holiday. Celtics down by 7. My clock's actually a little bit too fast. 14-0 run by Houston right now in the last 3.5 minutes. Pritchard jacks up the 3. Look at the close that, and he does. Bang, bang by Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard's going to have to drop a 20-piece at least tonight. 29-25, his first 3 on the board tonight. Jalen Green yet to even score. He'll look to change that. Pocket pass off to Adams. Adams down low. Bouncing bodies off Cada. Kick out quarter. Thompson. Right baseline dribble. Thompson sneaks his way around. Step to the bounce on the baseline. It's a turnover. Yep, spot on there by Melvick there. Yeah, this Rockets team is looking real good. They just beat Cleveland twice. 8-2 since they lost to the Celtics. This Rockets team leads the league in total offense in the last 10 games for scoring efficiency. Tatum at the edge of the midcourt logo. Tatum has yet to even score. Tatum, step back three in the air. Tatum bricked it off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound controlled by Cada. Cada triple teamed underneath. Cada gets in the way to Pritchard. Pritchard at the right wing. Pritchard gets around Aaron Holiday. Kick out quarter. Xavier Tillman. Open three. No good. Off the back rim. Missed by X and the rebound of the pack. Here goes Amen Thompson. Right past Tatum. Right to the cup. That's terrible defense. But the most overrated superstar in the league, Jason Tatum. Neemias Cada on the other side scores. Good for two. 31-27. Amen Thompson just blew right past Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum didn't even try playing defense. How about that first quarter by Jason Tatum? No points, a turnover, 8 minutes played, 0 for 3 from the floor, including an air ball. And then allowing Amen Thompson to go coast to coast for a wide open layup, uncontested on a 1v1 at the rim. A big ew by Jason Tatum. That's as bad as it can get right there. Jason Tatum doesn't even care about playing defense at all. Unbelievable. He just lets Amen Thompson Euro step right past him, downhill to the rim and score an easy layup. Didn't even care about contesting the shot, raising his hands, moving his feet, doing anything. Just let him blow right by him off a Euro step. What is going on with Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum in the month of January ranks 23rd in the league in scoring. He is scoring fewer points than Jaren Jackson Jr., couple other guys in there as well. Cade Cunningham has more points than Tatum. DeMar DeRozan has more points than Tatum. As a longtime vet, DeRozan has scored more than Tatum in the month of January. And then there was a fourth one that I was referencing as well. Before. Yeah, it's been rough. Tatum's month of January, it's been rough, reverting back to his old form. Darius Garland, who's averaging 20, playing with Donovan Mitchell. That's the other one right there. So Garland's averaging 20 per game this season, but in the month of January, he's averaging 25, which is over Tatum's 24 for him. And plus, Garland plays with Mitchell. So those two guys are balancing out the points alongside guys like Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, is putting up 18 per game, where Tatum, he's the superstar on this team. And he keeps on dropping. He's an average 27 points per game scorer, but in the month of January, he's just over 24. Fast break points 9-3. In favor of Houston. It's a big difference maker to start off this game as we get back to action. This is the second quarter right now as we start off quarter number 2 of action. Left to right on the floor, Celtics with it. Jason Tatum with no points still. Pritchard launches the three. Drills another one. Peyton Pritchard, a big time baby. He's got 6 right now, drilling 2 triples. This is his game tonight. Houston's averaging point guards to an average of 32.6 points per game. In the month of January. That is the league's worst in the previous 7. Amen Thompson keeps on playmaking, coming off a career-high 10 assists on Saturday. Just dumped it off to Steven Adams, who threw it down with authority with a dunk. 3-point lead by Houston. Celtics 5 on the floor. Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard, Luke Cornett, Jaden Springer is on the floor alongside Jordan Walsh. That's what they got currently. Tatum, top of the free throw circle, guarded by Jalen Green. Push pass, left corner. Walsh takes a 3 off the back rim, no good. Defensive rebound hauled in by Jalen Green. Rockets with possession. 11 minutes left to go before halftime. Green at the right wing, guarded by Walsh. Gets the way to Adams. Bounce past the Green. Shovel pass. Runner. It's good for 2 more by Steven Adams. Turning back the clock right there for Aquaman. 35-30 Houston. They got tough guys all around the lineup. Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet, Steven Adams. Those are the veteran guys on the team. A lot of the other players, though, a lot of youngsters, second, third, fourth seasons in the NBA. This is a team on the rise. Number 14 right behind Boston here. Tatum bricks a 3 off the back rim, no good. Jason Tatum, 0 for 4 shooting, no points in his first 10 minutes from the floor. No points in the early stage of the second quarter. Thompson, a jumper, 18-footer, no good. Offensive rebound control by Adams. Ripped away, though. Inside the paint as Tatum comes up with a steal. Tatum, he's got nothing still. And a reach and foul committed by Aaron Holiday, charged to Houston. Yeah, Horford is yet to play so far. It said over on the Celtics Twitter page that he'd be available. Derek White and Sam Hauser both out. Pritchard gives it off to Cornette, back into the hands of Pritchard. Pass off the roller. Cornette goes up. Cornette gets clobbered. Cornette gets fouled. So Luke Cornette will shoot 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line. 10:07 left to go before half. Yeah, I'm going to do a double take on the Celtics Twitter page and see if there's any more updates about that. Al Horford. It says on the Celtics Twitter 2 hours ago, Al Horford available on the injury report, and it says Sam Hauser, right hip impingement out. Derek White, right shin contusion out, but Al Horford available tonight, and Al Horford is yet to play. 2 shots here at the free throw line by Luke Cornette. First one's good. Yeah, Al Horford was announced in the starting 5 by the play-by-play announcer for the Celtics, Sean Grandy. He posted on his Twitter, he posted that Al Horford was inside the starting 5, and then once the graphic came on the screen on NBC Sports Boston, it was different. It said Luke Cornette would get the start in place of Al Horford. Al Horford did not start this game, so I don't know what went wrong there. If Al Horford was like a late scratch that they didn't like a minute before tip-off or something, but according to the Celtics Twitter 2 hours ago, it says Al Horford available, but he has yet to check into this game so far tonight for Horford. That's an offensive foul committed, charge to Houston. Celtics will get it back. Tatum inbounds it off to Pritchard. Right now on the floor for the Celtics, it's Tatum, Pritchard, Cornette, Walsh, and Springer. That's what they got right there. Tatum, edge of the midcourt logo. Jason Tatum gets the way off to Walsh. Swings it out right corner over to Springer. Right baseline dribble Springer. Circles around. Springer inside the key. Springer circles back out. Bounce past Tatum. Tatum at the left wing. Bounce past corner. Open 3 Jaden Springer. Oh, he got fouled. They're going to give it to him or no? Did he step out of bounds with it on the 3? No, it's going to be an offensive foul. Luke Cornette, an illegal screen here to free up Springer. Yeah, Springer got knocked down on the 3-point shot attempt next to the ref, but Luke Cornette before that set up an illegal screen, and it's on Luke Cornette on the offensive foul. Porzingis checks back in the game right now. This is the only way that the Celtics are going to win tonight, with Porzingis on the floor for as many minutes as possible. That's a recipe for disaster, by the way, right there. You need him for the playoffs, not for a game in the end of January that nobody will ever know. Everybody focuses on playoff games. They're going to need him as healthy as possible for the playoffs. Missed 3 coming off the screen by VanVleet. Celtics back with it. Pritchard, he's got 6 tonight here. Pritchard at the top of the key, away from the basketball. Houston picks up another foul. Hey, what's good, Mr. Fulton Mraz? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Sorry to hear about that. You missed out on the gold, but 3rd place. There you go, bud. With a 3rd place there for Mr. Fulton Mraz. Congrats, man. Inbound to Boston. Tatum yet to score. Swings it outside. Porzingis pops up for another 3. KP drills it. 35-34 with 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, both saving this team. Porzingis, by the way, perfect. 4 for 4 to opening half with 11 points. Jumper by VanVleet, no good. Pritchard collects the defensive rebound. Pritchard with a big game, 9 boards on Saturday. Pritchard push pass on top off to Tatum. Tatum By the way, he's got nothing still. Moves it off to Porzingis. Porzingis backs his way with 11. Kick out corner. Jaden Springer takes the 3 off the back from no good. Battle for the rebound. Pritchard. Get over the back violation. Man, that's a tough call. I don't agree with that call right there. I do not agree with that call right there for Peyton Pritchard. Him and Dylan Brooks got tangled up. That's tough. Oh, Dylan Brooks, a swipe to the face of Peyton Pritchard, and yet the referee's called a loose ball foul on Peyton Pritchard, not Dylan Brooks there. Jalen Green. He's yet to score as well. He had 27 in the last game. Green, bounce pass off to Eason, steps into a 3, cans it. 38. It's 35, actually. 38-35. They've upgraded a shot previously for the Celtics from a 2 to a 3. 38-35. Pritchard, right baseline dribble. His pass broke it up inside to keep pinwheels around. Right place, right time. Porzingis picked it up, though. Porzingis dribbles up inside. Leans forward over. Brooks, no good. Flushed it, though, with a right-handed flush right there by Porzingis. A little bit of extracurricular activities. Porzingis having some words with Dylan Brooks at the end of the play. And Porzingis just got teed up by the officials for that. Wow, a couple of questionable calls here by the officials. Jalen Green is going to head to the free throw line and shoot a free throw. One free throw here off the technical free throw, and he missed it. No good by Jalen Green. Come on, let these guys play. I didn't see anything right there. Porzingis getting teed up. That looks awfully soft by the officials for teeing up Porzingis. Porzingis missed the shot over Brooks, came up with an offensive rebound, slammed it down, and then had some words at the end for Brooks, but come on. Come on, let these guys play. And Jaylen Brown picks up a foul here away from the basketball too, so that's now the Celtics' second personal foul in this quarter. You got to let that play out right now. 1 point lead for Houston, 38-37. Jalen Green, dribble, drive on Porzingis, bobbled it, and was fouled again. This will be free throws coming up for Jalen Green. Porzingis is going to be careful. That's his third. Third personal foul of the game by Porzingis, plus he had that technical a few moments ago, too. He's going to be really careful. That was another tough call going against Porzingis. And Jalen Green can't hit anything today. Wow. Jalen Green just missed the first free throw. He is yet to score. Jason Tatum's yet to score. And Jason Tatum for sure ain't looking like an all-star starter out there. That's one thing for sure. Second free throw by Jalen Green right down the middle. 39-38 Houston. Celtics with possession. Down by 2 here. Jaylen Brown. Going to need a big game for him today. JB inside a key. Turn around. Off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound controlled by Cornette. And a foul picked up charge to Houston here. And that's on Şengün on the loose ball rebound. So we've been racking up fouls. That's the fourth now charge to Houston. That's number 4 in the quarter for Houston. Celtics with 3 in the quarter. Inbound goes to Brown. Jaylen Brown, right baseline, guarded by Green. Dribbles up inside the key. Slides it off to Pritchard. Pritchard sends it outside. Porzingis pops up for another 3. Off the mark, no good. Van Vliet has the defensive rebound. Van Vliet up the floor. Touch pass to the corner. Brooks. Guarded by Porzingis. Right baseline dribble. Dylan Brooks. Kick out to the corner. Ease in. His 3 skidded off the rim. Pritchard collects the defensive board. Peyton Pritchard out-hustling everybody else out there on the glass. Doing it once again today. Pritchard at the top. Dribble drive up to the elbow. Pritchard moves it outside to Tatum. Jason Tatum taking a major step back recently. Here goes Tatum at the key. A jumper over Green. Off the back rim, no good. Missed by Tatum. Still stuck at 0 in this game. Out of the packet season with the basketball. Jalen Green at the top. Dribble drive up to the low block. Kick out corner. Dylan Brooks with a 3 around the rim and out. Tapped in for 2 by Şengün. Lou Cornette mistimed his jump, boxing out Şengün, and Cornette couldn't come down with a defensive rebound, and the number 1 team in offensive rebounds in the NBA just burned you one for 2 second chance points right there with Şengün with the easiest tap in his life. 41-37. Timeout taken on the floor by Joe Mazzulla. This is not a good game here for the Celtics, getting out-hustled by a team that's much, much tougher than them. Jason Tatum. I say it like I mean it. The most overrated superstar in the league. If you keep on playing like this, could be NBA history for Tatum. This is bad. Really bad by Jason Tatum. Like, what in the world do I have to do here for Jason Tatum? Do I have to get out Tops the Tortoise once again out of his shell, wake him up, and call him to come over? Because this is just sad. 0 for 5 from the floor, no points in 14 minutes for Jason Tatum. This is just sad. He's number 23 in the league since the new year in scoring. He's currently number 5 in points scored per game for the entire season, but in the New Year's, dropped down to 23rd. This Houston Rockets team, by the way, they are 2-0. They swept the Cleveland Cavaliers. They swept the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's my top 5 picks for today. And yeah, I took Houston on the spread plus 6.5, and I took Tatum at under 25.5 points. And it's a shame. But this is going on for Tatum. This will be his 6th game in a row that he has scored under 24 for Jason Tatum. I mean, you're an NBA All-Star starter. In the modern NBA, you're not scoring 19 points, 21 points, 22 points. I mean, if you're scoring 19, 21, 22, you're going to be borderline NBA All-Star game. For Jason Tatum, you're averaging 27. When's the last time has he scored 27? Against teams like the Bulls and the Pacers. That's when he scores 27. I mean, he's going to have 35 on Wednesday for Jason Tatum, but that goes to show the last time that he's done that. It was against the Pelicans. So Tatum is going to struggle tonight, and then he's going to have probably 35 on Wednesday. He's going to have another 30-piece on Friday because he's playing against 2 non-playoff teams who rank 29th and 30th in paint defense. But when you take on the number 1 defense in paint defense, Jason Tatum's non-existent. It's all about matchups, and he ain't got nothing right now. He struggles against teams that can lock him up, and right now it's showing. 41-37. There's guys that go off against teams that are just not great. And then, like, you look at different player splits. Norman Powell, against the bottom 10 teams in the league, he is averaging 28 points per game for Norman Powell. But against the top 20 teams in the league, Norman Powell is averaging around 21 for him. So it puts him around 24 for his point average this season for Norman Powell. Top of the key 3, Dillon Brooks. He splashes in another one. Dillon Brooks having a big game for the perimeter. 15 points, drilling 5 threes. Pritchard at the left wing. Pritchard's going to get more aggressive against this team. With no Derek White tonight, he needs to go off under 6 minutes left to go before half. And Jaylen Brown, a lot of dribbling. Hounded by Brooks. Outside finds Drew Holiday. Drew dribbles up inside the key. Drew, mid-range, connects on it. That's another guy who needs to step up. He had 14 in the last game. Get us at least like a 15-piece or something. Play solid defense like he always does, a clutch shot late. I'd be happy with that out of Drew Holiday tonight in this game. But Pritchard, he's going to get a 20-piece, and Tatum needs to do something as well. That's a big reason why they're down. They're down by 5. Carly, spin cycle by Şengün. Kick out to the corner. Quarter 3 here. They got it from downtown by number 17, Tari Eason. 47-39. 5:15 left to go before halftime. Drew Holiday drive, kick out to the wing. Cornette, hand off to Pritchard, circles around towards his right. Pritchard swings it outside to Drew. It dribbles up, drives inside, dump off. Queta circles around inside the key, left-handed hook shot, able to drop in by Queta. They're not going to count it though. It's going to be charged an offensive foul to Queta. Queta pushed off. Turnover Queta. Oh, yeah, he pushed off in the head of Amen Thompson. He shoved his hand. That was unneeded to do that. He shoved his offhand on the face of Amen Thompson. You didn't need to do that. You have the clear-cut size advantage there for Queta. Quarter 3, Brooks contested by Queta. No good off the mark. A rebound secured by Brown for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown At the left wing, Jalen, step back three in the air over Brooks off the back rim, no good. Kada tipped the court out, loose ball. It's rebounded by Houston onto the pack here. They got numbers on 3-on-2. Brooks, right baseline dribble, kick out to Van Vliet. Van Vliet, guarded around the wing of the perimeter, slides it off to Brooks, and he has made 5 threes, looking for 6, couldn't get it. Cornette's pass deflected, intercepted by Eason. He wanted more right now. Houston, another chance, and they get a 3 with Fred Van Vliet. 50-39, plus 6.5 on the spread for Houston. And it's looking real good right now. 12-2 run by Ime's Rockets. Ime has never won against Joe Mazzulla. 0-3 all time. And Jaylen Brown gets tripped up and fouled. There'll be free throws coming up there in the bonus. They're simply getting out-hustled on the glass. Neemias Queta looks like he has no clue what's going on out there. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, these coaching rotations are terrible. Now, Derek White and Sam Hauser aren't playing, so realistically, there are only like 7 guys who can contribute to this team, or so. The first free throw was good by Jaylen Brown, but tonight it's only been 2 players who showed up. Kristaps Porzingis and Jaylen Brown, and Porzingis has 3 fouls. And check that, Al Horford isn't playing either, so now realistically it's 6 guys. Yeah, Horford, a late scratch, it seems like, before the tip. It said on the Celtics Twitter page Horford was available, but he must be a late scratch. He has yet to enter this game for Horford. And the Celtics play-by-play announcer Sean Grandy tweeted that Horford was inside the starting 5 and that Luke Cornette replaced him at last moment. So he's a late scratch for Al Horford tonight in this game. Second free throw was missed by Brown, accelerating to the rim. Jalen Green blocked by Porzingis. Porzingis out there with 3 personal fouls, making a big impact, changing the game. Tatum push pass to the corner. Holiday, his 3, swoosh. Drew Holiday, bang a bang from the perimeter. Jalen Green went down hard, crashing into the stanchion. And a timeout taken by Ime Udoka. 3:38 left to go before halftime. Prayers up for Jalen Green. He just crashed down hard into the stanchion there after Porzingis denied him. Crushing for Jalen Green. I mean, this is an issue now for the Celtics team. They're getting just simply outplayed by other teams that's better than them. This is the Celtics. Oh, the Celtics have a 3-8 record following a loss in their last 11 games. And also, at home, the Celtics are 0-4 since December 15th following a loss. But since the start of the new year, this is what the Celtics have done. Win-loss, 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 win-win in overtime against the Clippers team that was without any starters. Loss-win. That's what the Celtics have done. Jalen Green just 1 point tonight. So the Celtics since January 3rd, win-loss, 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 win-win in overtime, loss-win. I mean, there's no consistency there. This team is coasting. This team has had some real big issues from time to time, too, with rotation issues on the head coach Joe Mazzulla playing guys that look completely lost. Xavier Tillman, he's going to get traded next week at the trade deadline, -8 for him. Neemias Queta, -14. I'm stunned by Pritchard tonight. -14 by Pritchard. He's only attempted 2 shots. Like, come on. The Houston Rockets rank dead last over the last 7 games in the NBA, allowing opposing point guards to average 33 points per game. You got the matchup there. Drew Holiday, Peyton Pritchard, you guys got the matchup tonight in this game. And tonight, Drew Holiday can only muster 5 points, 2 for 4 shooting. Peyton Pritchard can only muster 6 points in the perfect 2 for 2. You got to be more aggressive for those 2 guys. Like, that's where it starts off. Got to get more aggressive with your backcourt in this game. Jaylen Brown's done exactly that tonight. 11 points by Jaylen, 4 for 9 shooting. 13 points by Porzingis, looking real good. 5 for 7 from the floor, but he's in foul trouble with 3 personal fouls. And Tatum's got nothing, which is inexcusable for an all-star starter that should have been Pascal Siakam as the final front court starter over Tatum. Jalen Green got blocked. It was Cornette, actually, who swiped it away from Green. Green came down hard. It was in between Porzingis and Green. Now, Luke Cornette picks up the first block of the game for the Celtics. And then it led to the transition 3 by Drew. That's key right there for Drew Holiday. But yeah, Holiday and Pritchard, those two guys are going to have to be much more aggressive because who knows what Tatum's going to do. He's taking just bad shot after bad shot. Whenever he takes a shot, that ball just stops with him or so. It doesn't lead to much. It's just one-on-one iso ball around the perimeter as Şengün shovels it off to Thompson. Slides down on top here. Eason, his 3 missed off the rim, no good. Brown collects the defensive rebound. He's got Holiday open far side of the floor. Did not see him, though. Jaylen Brown at the right wing perimeter. Top of the key, Porzingis slides it off to the left to Drew. Lob down low, Tatum. Bounce pass underneath over to Cornette. Shuts down the door with a 2-handed flush. There you go. That's the playmaking right there by Jason Tatum. Brought the double. Able to see the double underneath and bounce pass next to his man, the Cornette, who was able to score for the open 2. Jumper right back by Thompson. Celtics not able to contest there defensively. 52-45. Houston 2-0 against the Cavs this season. Houston 3-0 against the Grizzlies. This team is legit for the Houston Rockets. Porzingis got knocked down. Amen Thompson picked up the foul. And Porzingis will head to the line. They're in the bonus. So Celtics are in the bonus. Porzingis will shoot 2 free throws. First one, good. Yeah, these guys are just coasting. It's unfortunate. It's shocking for Tatum. Like, Tatum needs to have 30 in the next 2 games. He's playing against the 2 worst teams guarding his position. The Bulls and the Pelicans. He dropped down 35 the last time he took on Chicago. He dropped down 38 a couple weeks ago against the Pelicans. Those 2 games, he needs at least 30 to bounce back for JT because there's something that's obviously wrong by him, and it's just shot selection has been brutal. Jumper by Dillon Brooks as he got around Tatum, buried a deep 2. 54-47. Dillon Brooks with 17 right now. Over under player prop at just 10.5 coming into this game. Drew Holiday, dribble, drive, attacks the paint, swings it outside of Brown. Gave up a 2 for a 3. They trade it, it works. Bang, bang by Jaylen Brown. 54-50. Drew Holiday to gamble on a dribble drive, attack the paint for the 2 as he gave it up to the wing. And trading the 2 for the 3. It actually worked that time. Runner by Brooks off the front rim, no good. Porzingis rips away the defensive rebound. Holiday has it up the floor here for Drew. Drew at the left wing, slides it off to Cornette. Bounce pass off to Brown at the low block. Floats up the shot, missed off the rim. Short, tipped over to Şengün for the defensive rebound now. Fred VanVleet crosses midcourt right now into the hands to Şengün. Şengün backs his way off a double team. Şengün fires a fastball right corner. Tari Eason, his 3 stood up at the top of the backboard out of bounds. Yeah. Ime took the Celtics team to a championship a couple of years ago. This would not be happening if Ime was the head coach. This win-loss. 11-9 record since in the last 20 games. It would not be happening under Ime if he was the head coach. He would be lighting up right into these guys and just reaming them out in the locker room after a poor game after poor game. Like, also that's another thing is just like, is Joe Mazzulla doing enough to hold these guys accountable, or is it just that his method of the game, live by the 3, die by the 3, go by the analytics, chuck up as many 3s as possible, it's just not working in those games? Tonight, they're going up against a very physical Houston team, and only 2 guys have showed up. You need 5 on the floor at the same time to get things done, like putting in 5 guys in double figures during the last game and helped out provide balance. We know for sure that Jaylen Brown is showing up tonight, though. He just made the baseline, Jay. 13-4 run by the Celtics coming back in this late stage of the second quarter. 16 by Jaylen Brown right now. Brooks catching fire. 3 around the rim and out, and Keita comes out with a defensive rebound. Celtics with possession. Jaylen Brown showing up. Kristaps Porzingis showing up. You need 5 guys on the floor to show up at the same time. They only got 2. Brown got it stripped. Brown lost it, and Brown commits the reach and foul. Fred VanVleet stole it. And 33.4 seconds left. And that's the 4th committed by Boston. So 1 more away, but we do have just 33.4 seconds left from putting Houston in the bonus. And the Rockets will have this inbound in the backcourt. Pritchard checks onto the floor right now. Jaylen Brown's going to take a seat on the bench. Yeah. Like, how in the world is this only a 2-point game currently? Because Houston's out rebounding the Celtics big time on the glass. Dylan Brooks is shooting a ton of threes. Fred VanVleet steps into a 3, bricked off the back of no good. But Jalen Green hasn't done anything either in the first half. Offensive rebound went to Houston. And there was an issue with a shot clock to game clock. So they're going to have to reset with 17 seconds left, and that's why they stopped time briefly. Inbound back for Houston here. Rockets with possession. Amen Thompson at the top of the key. Thompson dribbles up, drives on Queta, swings it outside off to VanVleet, heaves up a prayer, and didn't even hit rim. That's a shot clock violation. Celtics will have the final possession, 5.5 seconds left. Celtics lucky because of their defense. Their defense is limiting Houston to only 42% shooting, which that's key because the Rockets are the #1 offense in the NBA since their loss against the Celtics since January 4th. In the last 10 games, the Rockets have the best offense and offensive efficiency in the league in their previous 10. Inbound goes to Pritchard. 5 seconds left to go. Pritchard dribbles up. Pritchard, free throw circle, had it poked away. Force up a prayer at the buzzer. No good. Missed off the glass. And we close out going to halftime. 54-52 right now. No Derek White. No Al Horford. No Sam Hauser. And if Tatum shows up, they win this game. If Tatum shows up for the second half, they're going to win this game right now. But it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Luckily, they have 2 guys that showed up. Jaylen Brown and Porzingis is carrying this team. 16 points by Jaylen Brown, 15 by Porzingis. After that, 8 points by Cornette, 6 by Pritchard, 5 by Holiday. Dylan Brooks, he's got 17, 16 by Amen Thompson. So the star players, Jalen Green just 1 point, 0 for 4 shooting. And he went down late stretch of the second quarter. Let's see if there's any update on that. Jason Tatum, nothing. I mean, you got to get something right here if you're Tatum. Yeah, I don't see anything out there for Jalen Green. So he headed to the locker room 9 minutes ago due to a head injury for Jalen Green. So that's the latest info right there for him. Yeah, it's Celtics just getting out-hustled on the glass so far. Luckily, they're the more efficient team. 46% Boston, 42% shooting for Houston. Houston +2 in rebounding, 22-20 offensive rebound, 7-3. Fast break points are 9-6. And early on, Houston was burning the Celtics in the first quarter on fast break points. Celtics got 7 turnovers, Rockets with 5. Yeah, Tatum was like this throughout the playoffs last year. He would have a terrible first half, and then he would show up in the second half for Tatum. I'm hoping he does it right now. This is Uh, this is as tough as a matchup that he's going to have against a former head coach who knows his tendencies and what he does best with Ime Udoka. Houston is top 8 in the league at defending opposing power forwards. So this is as difficult as a matchup that he'll ever see this season between this matchup and Oklahoma City for Jason Tatum. Some of the tougher teams that he took on. And I mean, if you're a superstar player, you got to play like a superstar right now and go off in half number 2. And I'm hoping that he can do that in the second half here for Tatum. It's just like, where in the world has he been? This has been constantly an issue now. This is five straight games in a row. He has scored under 24 for Tatum. I get Kansas City there for Super Bowl for my prediction. So yeah, I'm not going to bet against Patrick Mahomes. I can see Philadelphia though with Saquon Barkley. I can potentially picture that, but yeah, I ain't gonna bet against Patrick Mahomes though. Alright, so right now we're just at halftime. This stream, by the way, is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on the season sports action here with BetUS. As BetUS is an A-plus rated sports book that has been running since 1994. It's available to all 50 U.S. states for BetUS. Bet on your favorite teams, sports players, and sporting events with BetUS. And for new sports bettors who go to the BetUS website, you'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000. Use my BetUS channel link, which is posted in the description of the video and also pinned to the chat to get started with BetUS as well. Or you can click the QR code that's at the bottom of the corner of the screen to get started with BetUS. BetUS features sports betting on multiple sports such as NBA basketball, college basketball, NFL football, NHL hockey, MLB baseball, international soccer, golf, tennis, NASCAR racing, and numerous other sports as well. BetUS is a prop builder where you can put together bets for player and team props out there on the site. It also has same game parlays and has live sports betting during games as well. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video. It's also pinned to the chat as well to get started. BetUS, it's been changing the game for over 30 years. Hey, what's good, Siegel? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in here, man. Yeah, this is a big test here tonight. This Rockets team has been playing really well. They swept Cleveland this past week. They went 2-0 against the Cavs, 2 straight wins against Cleveland they're coming off, and they're also 3-0 against the Grizzlies. So this Rockets team is really dangerous. And they're an overachieving team. They're getting the most out of their head coach with Ime. A bunch of young guys in this team. They do have couple veteran players on there. Dylan Brooks, been one of them who's burned the Celtics tonight. Fred VanVleet, veteran player. Steven Adams, a couple big rebounds he's had off the glass for them so far. But yeah, this is a Rockets team that's come a long way. Where their offense was not that strong first half of the season. They were basically only one-sided through their defense, but now their offense has exploded. 135 in their last game against the Cavs. So far tonight, though, Celtics, the key in this game for Boston, why they're in it, their defense, limiting Houston to only 42% shooting so far tonight. This Rockets team's been playing some solid basketball. They beat Denver 12 days ago at Denver by 20, 128-108. This team is legit for Houston. This is what they've done ever since the loss to the Celtics on January 3rd for their last 10 games. The Rockets beat the Lakers 119-115. Then they smashed Washington 135-112. They beat Memphis for the second time this season, 119-115, and then they beat Memphis again, the third time in a row this season, 120-118. They were down by 15 points. They came back and they beat the Grizzlies again for the third straight time. Then after that, they smashed Denver at Denver by 20. They lost a road game on night 2 of a back-to-back at Sacramento. They scored 127, but they allowed 132, and a 5-point loss at Sacramento on night 2 of a back-to-back. They beat Portland by 22 at Portland, and then they came back home after an exhausting road trip that they were west out in the mountain and Pacific areas, Denver, Sacramento, and Portland. They came back at home. They shockingly lost against the Pistons, 107-96, but then they bounced back in the past 2 games. They beat the Cavs, 109-108 on Wednesday. They had some significant rest coming into this game, where they only played 2 games within the course of 5 days. They played on Wednesday, beating the Cavs, and then they beat Cleveland at Cleveland on Saturday in a shootout, 135-131. So that's how things have gone for the Houston Rockets since the loss against the Celtics on January 3rd. Yeah, I see that's been a news story for a while, that the Celtics are looking for like a new ownership or so. Um, I heard the news that broke out today was that Philadelphia, the Eagles owner, could potentially be making like a run at a bid. So yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles owner today, it was announced that he could be potentially a Celtics buyer for the ownership for the future. So after the Celtics won their championship in June, they announced that they plan to sell the franchise. So they were gonna sell it at the all-time high or so. Yeah, my tortoise is doing pretty well. Mr. Top's been great. I gave him some lettuce and some water to stay hydrated before we started this stream tonight here. I'll see if he's around here. Just gonna see if my tortoise, Mr. Tops, is available. Maybe he'll be the good luck charm for Jason Tatum in half number 2. Stay tuned, everybody. Just gonna get my tortoise, and then we'll be back here in just a moment. So stay tuned for Mr. Tops here, folks. All right, so now presenting here, we got Mr. Tops, everybody. And here we go for Mr. Tops the tortoise. He was underneath the wood stove, so he was sleeping, and he was underneath the wood stove, and I woke him up from his sleep, and now he's quite active. And yeah, there you go, buddy. Hopefully you woke up like Jason Tatum in the second half in this one. But there he is. There's my tortoise, Mr. Tops. And the mascot for Jason Tatum, and hopefully a much better half here for JT, just like Mr. Tops waking up from his deep sleep. So there you go, buddy. And hopefully Mr. Tops is the mascot for Jason Tatum in the second half wake up here, coming up in half number 2. Mr. Tops really, really hot. And hopefully Jason Tatum can get going and start to get red hot in the second half. And this guy, he's starting to move a little bit faster. Looking at his claws right there. Yep, he's going. He's scratching and he's running. So there you go, buddy. Hopefully a big second half from JT and you as well, and hopefully a Celtics W to come from behind in this one there. So we'll be back in a couple moments. That is my tortoise, Mr. Tops. Hopefully the good luck charm to win this one. Come on back and pick up the dub for the Celtics here, and we'll be back after I return Mr. Tops back to his environment. A couple rooms over, right next to the wood stove. Stay warm, buddy. All right, welcome back in, everybody. More lettuce from Mr. Tops. Jason Tatum, 0 points in half 1. Hopefully, Mr. Tops the tortoise, the lucky charm for Jason Tatum to get going in half number 2 right now, because he really needs it. It's been a struggle recently for him. NBA All-Star starter, but since the start of the new year, it's been not looking so hot for JT, putting up just an average of 24 points per game since the start of 2025. Here we go. Celtics trying to see if they can bounce this thing back. Their defense been the key so far in this matchup, limiting Houston to only 42% from the floor in the first half. Celtics at 46% shooting. We got back to action. The right to left on the floor, Jrue Holiday. Brings it up the court, crossing midcourt, off to Tatum. Tatum slides it off to the right wing. Brown, he's been great so far. Steps into the 3, halfway down, no good. Rattled out to rebound. Secure by Amen Thompson. The 5 of the floor for Boston is Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Luke Cornett, and Jrue Holiday. Jalen Green back on the floor. Left late stretch of the second due to a head injury. He is back on the court right now. His bounce pass off the mark went out of bounds, and trying to see who is on the bounds by. Is that off Cornett? Yeah, that looks like it's kicked out of bounds off Şengün, but the referees roll it. Houston basketball. Houston gets the inbound. Şengün push pass corner. Thompson on a 3. Thompson drills it. 57-52. Gregory with a dodo. Let's get that dodo hype for Gregory in the stream. Really appreciate it, brother, for the dodo. Also, Siegel, you the man, brother. Really appreciate it earlier during halftime for the dodo as well. During the Mr. Tops break, Tatum looking to get scoring. Tatum takes the jumper. Tatum bounces in. Good for 2 for JT. Finally, 11 minutes left to go in the third, and Jason Tatum finally scores his first basket of the night. Houston with possession. Şengün on top. Hand off to Van Vliet. Fred Van Vliet into the hands to Jalen Green. Turns the corner. Up fake. Free throw circle. Blocked by Brown. Up in the air. Loose ball. Tipped up in the air multiple times. Tipped over to Holiday for the basketball here. Celtics up the floor. Jrue. Spin cycle. Dish outside. Missed the mark. The Cornett. It's out of bounds. Oh, man. They had some serious momentum, too. It was a 3-on-3. And then Cornett retreated back, which would have been a 4-on-3, and he just missed the mark in the pass to him. 3-point lead for Houston. Şengün bobbled inside the key, sends it outside to the corner. Amen Thompson, his 3 came off the rim, short rebound straight over to Porzingis. Celtics with it. Jaylen Brown slides it outside to Tatum. Tatum with 2, looking for 4 or 5 right here. TD guarded logo. He's going to match up he wants. Guarded by Van Vliet, 101. Tatum drives on Van Vliet, dribbles up inside the key towards his left. Tatum stuck on Van Vliet here, left quarter, 5 of the timer. Shakes him. Tatum, jumper, deep 2, off the back rim, no good. Rebound, ripped away by Amen Thompson as Tatum's out of the play. He went down. 5 and 4, transition 3. Dillon Brooks hits another one. Nobody can get back and defend Dillon Brooks. 20 points, 6 made threes by Brooks in this game. That's unacceptable. Jaylen Brown at the right baseline. Brown working on Green. Got him off the up fake to bite. Jaylen got it to go. And one covered up by JB at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown off the up fake. Got Jalen Green to jump up forward. And got him completely faked out off of that fake. Took the shot, drew the contact, got it to go, and the foul. Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis looking really good tonight in this game. Going through those two guys. 19 for Jaylen Brown, 15 by Porzingis. On the other side, they got two guys who showed up as well. 20 points by Dillon Brooks, 19 by Amen Thompson. The free throw is good by Brown, 60 to 57. 3-point game. Jaylen Brown's legit saving the Celtics team tonight here. Top of the key with Şengün. Şengün hands it off to Jalen Green, who's still yet to make a field goal. Just 1 point for him tonight for the team's leading scorer this season. Jalen Green at the top, slides it off to Brooks. Brooks jacks up the 3. Dillon Brooks buries another triple. What is going on right now? 63-57. Dillon Brooks looking like Caleb Martin out there on the floor. Brown, cross-court pass off the Cornette. Cornette dribble drive, attacks the paint, throws it down with a right-handed flush. Luke Cornette with some explosiveness right there, attacking the open rack. 4-point game. Brooks drives, blocked from behind by Porzingis, shoved off the rim, no good, missed off the putback by Şengün. Jrue Holiday with a defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown backs his way on Jalen Green. Jaylen Brown 101. Jaylen Brown drives on Green. Jumper mid-range inside the key. Connects on it. JB, you the man, brother. You the man. It's a 2-point game. Jaylen Brown putting in work tonight here. 21 points and 8 for 15 shooting. Dillon Brooks got 23, drilling 7 threes. At the right wing, Jalen Green slides it over to Thompson. Thompson, free throw circle. Thompson drives, and Porzingis missed the shot, no good. Rebound controlled by Cornette. Celtics down by just 2. Jaylen Brown has it at the right wing. Pull-up jumper over Brooks. He got it. Jaylen Brown, bang, bang from the perimeter. Celtics with a 1-point lead. And we'll keep on going here. Looking like Ime was about to burn a timeout, but they'll keep on going right now. Top of the key, Van Vliet. Look at the trade at 3. He does. 66-64. Fred Van Vliet silences the crowd. Celtics. It's going to have to be all through Jaylen Brown tonight. Lost the handle out of bounds. Turnover committed by Jaylen Brown. Jalen Green still yet to score. Guarded by Holiday. Drives inside the paint. Green double clutch. Green gets fouled, and that's on Holiday. Porzingis really lucky right there. Porzingis almost picked up his 4th. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here. We got 100 plus watching you guys. The real MVPs out here to stream tonight. First one's good by Jalen Green at the free throw line. Only 2 points for him so far. So walking bucket. Last 8 out of 10. He's scored at least 20 in. Second free throw is good. 68-64. 7.5 left to go in the third quarter. Jrue Holiday. Around the perimeter. Guarded by Dillon Brooks, 101. Slides it off to Tatum. Tatum at the left wing. Weaves his way. Dribbles behind his back. And the Rockets pick up a reach and foul. So this will result in the Celtics inbound coming up here. Boston gets the inbound. Cornette hands it off to Tatum. Jacks up the 3. Top of the key. No good. Missed off the mark. Jason Tatum still in the cold. 1 for 8 shooting. Just 2 points tonight in this game here. Van Vliet on top. Finds Şengün off to Jalen Green at the right wing perimeter. Jalen Green spin move on Holiday. Bounce pass off the Van Vliet. Settles for the three. Off the back rim, no good. Tipped up to Thompson for the offensive rebound. Green sends up a three. Missed off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Porzingis for the Celtics defense. 9-3 offensive rebounds in favor of Houston in this game. Brown backs down. Fred Van Vliet. Turnaround jumper. Baseline. Couldn't get it to go with a clear-cut size advantage. Van Vliet with a rebound. Spin cycle down low. Thompson blocked at the glass off Porzingis. Celtics have it. Porzingis with a big rejection right there at the rim, defending him in Thompson. Tatum, he's got two. Around the screen, set by Cordet. Offensive foul. Lou Cordet, a hard illegal screen he sets in. Dylan Brooks crashes right into it. And Brooks tonight been haunting the Celtic like the ghost of the pass by Caleb Martin. An offensive foul charge to Boston. Timeout on the floor with 6.5 left to go in the third. Physical game tonight here. You're going to win the bloodbath if you're the Celtics, and tonight they keep on finding themselves trailing. Hasn't been by much. They're down by 4 right now. So they've been trading buckets back and forth with those threes earlier on with Brown and Van Vliet. But if it wasn't for Jaylen Brown, this Celtics team would not be in a good headspace tonight. 24 points by Jaylen Brown, 15 by Porzingis, 10 by Cornet, 6 points by Pritchard. And yes, this is not a typo. Jason Tatum has just 2 points tonight for the team's all-star starter. 2 points on 1 for 8 shooting and 0 for 5 from 3. On the other side, Houston, led by Dylan Brooks, 7 made threes, 23 points. Who would have guessed that for Dylan Brooks? 19 points by Amen Thompson. And then Tari Eason and Fred Van Vliet each with 6. Only 3 points tonight for Jalen Green. This stream, by the way, is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on this season's sports action with BetUS. It's an A-plus rated sports book that has been available since 1994 at all 50 U.S. states. Bet on your favorite teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. And for new sports bettors who go to the BetUS website, you'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000 with BetUS. Use my BetUS channel link, which is posted in the description of this video. It's also pinned in the chat to get started as well with BetUS. Or you can click the link, or you can click the QR code as well at the bottom corner of the screen. BetUS features sports betting on multiple sports such as NBA basketball, college basketball, NFL football, hockey, MLB baseball, international soccer, golf, tennis, NASCAR racing, and numerous other sports as well. BetUS is a prop builder where you can put together bets for player and team props out there, and it also has single game parlays, which has live sports betting during games as well. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video. It's also pinned in the chat to get started. BetUS, it's been changing the game for over 30 years. Only down by 4 right now for Boston. And Jason Tatum has played a horrific game. It's all going to depend on who can step up here in the second half. Jason Tatum or Jalen Green. Tonight, Jalen Green, no field goals made. 3 points, 0 for 6 shooting. 0 for 3 from 3. 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. On the other side, Jason Tatum, the star player. 2 points, 1 for 8 shooting, 0 for 5 from the perimeter, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Where both of these guys have thrived are leading the team in assists because they are getting locked down multiple times, but doubled where they're able to force that ball off the double team to an open basket. And the Rockets just scored downhill to the rim as we got back to action. 70-64. Really good game out of Amen Thompson. He just scored a layup for 2. Tatum lobs it up over the top off his fingertips of Cordet. Went off the glass, and Houston comes down with the ball here. Up the floor, Thompson attacking the paint once again, and Thompson soars up, gets fouled at the rim. If that's on Porzingis, that will be his 4th. Him and Holiday were the closest 2 together there in the remote area, and that is on Porzingis. Porzingis wondering about the foul call, and he was the one who got charged on the shooting fouls. That's Porzingis' 4th personal foul. 2 free throws by Amen Thompson. The first one's no good. The man in the street, welcome in. Yeah, Jalen Green's having a rough night. I haven't even mentioned Fred VanVleet. He's also having a tough game as well. Fred VanVleet, 6 points on 2 for 8 shooting. He's scored under 15 straight points in his last 7 games against the Celtics. Celtics have locked him up. The last time he scored 16 or greater was back in 2021 for Fred VanVleet against Boston. Second free throw is good by Thompson. He missed the first one. 8-zip run by Houston in the last 2 minutes. Tatum around the perimeter as Houston picks up a foul away from the ball. It's been a physical game tonight. Rockets with 3 fouls in the quarter. Celtics with 2. And Amen Thompson will check out. Aaron Holiday checks in. I think for the Celtics now is the time to make a run. Jalen Green and Amen Thompson both out of the game. Jason Tatum with a good look for a 3. No good. Missed off the back rim. Jason Tatum, a wide open look from 3-point range straight away, couldn't send it down. He is now 1 for 9 shooting. VanVleet, his pass intercepted off the roll down as he couldn't squeeze it with Şengün. Holiday came up with a steal. Tatum receives it. Tatum, backdoor, got it. And the foul for Jason Tatum. Finally, Jrue Holiday, 2 points off the steal. Playmaker central goes to Jrue. And he flicks it over to Tatum off the fast break. Tatum draws the foul. Got it to go. Backdoor layup +1. 20% shooting by Tatum tonight at 2 for 10. He buries the free throw. It's only a 4-point game. 71-67. 5.5 and under left to go in the third. Top of the key with Şengün. Şengün backs his way in Kornet. Hands it off to Brooks. Drives. Attacks. A runner over Kornet. Missed off the mark. No good. Şengün shoves it in though for the 2. There's another second chancer. Top team in the league, averaging 14 offensive boards per game. Tonight, they've got 10. Past the midway portion of the third quarter, Tatum drives, Tatum attacks, Tatum gets stripped, Tatum gets fouled. And Tatum will shoot 2 more at the free throw line. It's on Aaron Holiday, who picks up the shooting foul. We got 5:09 left to go. First free throw by Tatum is good, right down the middle. Peyton Pritchard just checked back on the floor. He's got 6 points tonight. Jrue Holiday checks out towards the bench. No Derek White, no Sam Hauser, no Al Horford tonight for the Celtics in this game. Second shot here by Tatum. Connects on it. 73-69. Back to a 4-point game currently. Jason Tatum with only 7 points tonight on 2 for 10 shooting from the floor. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Fred VanVleet. He's only got 6. Slides it off to the left wing to Brooks. Back into the hands of VanVleet. VanVleet lobs it inside to Şengün. Şengün fouled by Porzingis. Porzingis signaling challenge. Joe Mazzulla going to do that or not? That's his 5th. That's his 5th by Porzingis, and we still got a long way left to go. Porzingis is going to head to the bench. He's going to be a long time there, sitting on the bench. 4:54 remaining, 5th personal foul by the big fella. Neemias Queta tonight is looking completely lost. Xavier Tillman lost out there on the floor as well. 2 free throws by Şengün. The first one's no good. Second shot here at the line for Şengün. And he drills it. 74-69. 5-point lead for Houston. Celtics with possession. Peyton Pritchard crosses midcourt into the hands of Tatum. Tatum at the left wing perimeter. He's going to have to get going here for JT. Tatum at the top of the key. Tatum crossover guarded by Eason. Dribbles up off the Queta screen. Now back out to the wing of the perimeter. Tatum 5 at a timer. Tatum guarded by the big fella on the switch here on Şengün. Tatum lobs it up over the top. Snagged by Kornet. Kornet able to put it through. It is good for 2. Luke Kornet doing magic right there. Answering the call right at the rim. He's got 12. Fred VanVleet, top of the key, slides it off to Şengün and puts the ball into the hands of Brooks. Brooks, a lot of space, launches the 3 over Jaylen Brown. Oh, it's too easy. Dillon Brooks, Turning back the clock here alongside Kalen Martin. He has got the blueprint on the Celtics defense. 26 points by Dylan Brooks on 8 made threes tonight. Horrific defense from the perimeter by Boston. Tatum rips down the 3 and is good for JT. Finally, Jason Tatum, the Green Mamba. 5 years post-Mamba, better show up and make the Mamba happy tonight. Tatum's got 10 in the third quarter. Just buried his first 3 of this game. Timeout by Ime. 77-74. 3-point game right now. Huge response by Tatum after Dylan Brooks has been massive in this game. He had odds that were over plus 1,000 tonight to be the game's leading scorer. Jaylen Brown, 24 points, trying to track down Dylan Brooks, who's got 26 right now. 8 for 12 from the perimeter, 9 for 18 from the floor, almost a point a minute tonight for Dylan Brooks. 26 points in 28 minutes. And nobody just able to care to match up with him. Yeah, Drew Holiday, he's at the 1. Jaylen Brown got moved from the 3 to the 2 spot today due to Derek White being out. Tatum got moved down from the 4 to the 3 spot, so that's on Tatum. He's the one who he's supposed to have the head-to-head with Dylan Brooks tonight. That's on him right there. Luke Cornett at the 4, and then Porzingis at the 5. That's the 5 starters that they've had tonight. No Derek White. No Hauser coming off the bench, and no Al Horford tonight in this game for the Celtics. It's been rough defending the perimeter, specifically on Dylan Brooks. 14 made threes by Houston, shooting 44% from the perimeter. Dylan Brooks has made 8 out of the 14 threes tonight. Dylan Brooks is almost single-handedly making more threes than the Celtics itself. Celtics are 10 for 26 as a team from the perimeter. Boston shooting 50% from the floor and losing this game right now. And Houston's only shooting 42%, and they are winning this game because of second chance opportunities. 30-26 on rebounds, 10-3 in offensive rebounds for Houston, leading to multiple second chance points. $77-74. Like, how in the world can you keep on leaving Dylan Brooks unguarded? Just makes no sense. And Dylan Brooks has just had to stamp on this game. He's hungrier than any other player on the floor. He wants it more than any other dude out there right now in the courts. He has that it factor. We're not seeing that out of Jason Tatum. When's the last time we ever seen Jason Tatum dive for a 50-50 ball? That's the dirty work. That's the scrappy work that's done by guys like Derek White and Drew Holiday on this team. Those are guys that scrap for possessions. Tatum. Here's the rotation, by the way. Get ready for this, everybody. This is what Joe Mazzulla has as the rotation on the floor with 3:28 left to go. Jaden Springer, Neemias Queta, Drew Peterson, Jason Tatum, and Peyton Pritchard. No. That's not a joke. That's the 5-man rotation right now on the floor. How in the world are you not playing Jordan Walsh more? Like, come on. Jordan Walsh tonight, just 4 minutes. This is a significant game, Joe Mazzulla. Houston wins this game. They're just a half game back behind you. I mean, this is a big test. I know that it's a Western Conference opponent or so, but still, both teams have 14 losses. Houston 30-14. Celtics have played 2 more games greater, 32-14. As Tatum buries both of the free throws, 77-76 right now. This is the 5 in the floor for the Celtics. Drew Peterson, Peyton Pritchard, Jaden Springer, Neemias Queta, Jason Tatum, and guess what? Dylan Brooks gets the bucket plus the foul. Drew Peterson commits the shooting foul inside the key. 10-footer goes down by Dillon Brooks, +1 coming up in the free throw line. It's like the Celtics were born to lose tonight with this lineup by Joe Mazzulla. Like, what a joke. 28 points tonight in 28 minutes by Dillon Brooks. And the free throw is no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Battle for the rebound. Dillon Brooks hitting the deck. But Drew Peterson was able to out-rebound him for it. Celtics with possession. Down to 3 minutes. Approaching the mark. Left to go. Tatum dribbles, drives, attacks inside the paint, kick out to the corner. Peterson, extra pass off to Pritchard, swings it on top. Jaden Springer launches the three. Oh, he hits it! Jaden Springer, bang, bang! Gonna provide a spark here for this team off the bench. 79-79, 11th made triple of the game here with the Celtics as a team that comes from an unlikely player, Jaden Springer, with bench points. And the shot's no good by Thompson off the glass. Offensive rebound control by Adams. Into the hands to Brooks. Backs his way in Pritchard. Brooks dump off down low to Thompson. Followed by Queta. 2 shots coming up in the free throw line here by Amen Thompson. What's good, Andrew? Welcome in. Victor, welcome in, man. Should be an easy win. The Rockets just swept the Cavs. If you want to know how the Rockets are doing this season, the Rockets the last 2 wins by the Rockets, they beat Cleveland. Those are the last 2 games that they played. They beat Cleveland, and then they're 3-0 against Memphis. So yeah, this ain't no walk in the park against the former head coach that only could score 86 earlier this month, already with 79 with 2.5 remaining in the third. Big time game right now. Amen Thompson missed the first free throw. Second free throw, able to get the bounce. Houston breaks the tie. Houston has a 1-point lead, 80-79. Peyton Pritchard in the backcourt. He is on the floor with Tatum, Drew Peterson, Neemias Queta, and Jaden Springer. And no, that is not a fake lineup. That is real. That is not an AI-generated lineup. Bounce past Tatum underneath off to Queta. And Queta tiptoed the baseline and was, I believe he's fouled here with 4.3 in the shot clock. Yeah, he was. So we'll have free throws coming up for Neemias Queta. Yeah, Amen Thompson bumped him and fouled him. So both teams are now in the bonus. 2:12 remaining for Boston in the third. Queta will have 2 cracks at it at the free throw line. First one's good. We're tied up at 80. Gonna win the battle any way possible for the Celtics tonight. Joe Mazzulla is looking to stay perfect against Ime. You have to win the battle. And this has been a bloodbath of a matchup here. It's been physical, but it's also had scoring in it too. It's not like it's been a low efficiency game where both teams are shooting in like the upper 30s. Celtics tonight are shooting 51%. Rockets are shooting 43%. Rockets are +3 in 3-point shots made than the Celtics at 14 made threes. Celtics have made 11 threes tonight. Both of the free throws are good by Queta. Celtics by 1. Aaron Holiday dribbles, drives, attacks the paint. Aaron Holiday scores right past Pritchard for 2. 82-81. 2 minutes left to go in the third. Peyton Pritchard unable to keep Aaron Holiday out in front there. Tatum, edge of the midcourt logo, dribbles up, drives downhill to the paint, kick out corner. Pritchard up fake. Holiday blows right past him. Pritchard, open 3. That is good, baby. Bang, bang by Peyton Pritchard. Need more aggressiveness out of that due to 6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard. Knocking down his 3rd triple of the game. Perfect, by the way, from the perimeter. 3 for 3. Need more shots out of Pritchard. Top of the key, Jalen Green. Green's guarded by Pritchard, 101. Green at the edge of the TD Garden logo. Green dribbles up. Green steps into an open 3. Laser beam. He drills it. 85-84. Jalen Green's first made field goal comes with 1:15 remaining in the third. Top of the key, Tatum. Tatum's going to do something here. Tatum, he's got 10. Tatum guarded by the big on the switch with Steven Adams. Tatum circles around Adams. Skip pass out to the top. Jaden Springer open 3. No good off the mark. Tip to Tatum for the offensive rebound. Kick out corner. Open 3. Drew Peterson. No good. Off the mark and a rebound ripped away by Amen Thompson. Houston will jack up a 3. Aaron Holiday no good. A rebound secured by Queta for the Celtics defense. Celtics with the ball. Final minute left to go in the third. Down by 4. Tatum off the Kata screen. Tatum steps into the 3 over Adams. No good off the back rim. Oh, he got fouled. Jason Tatum gonna shoot 3. Coming up here at the free throw line as he got fouled by Steven Adams from the perimeter. JT is going to have a crack at 3 free throws here. 38.8 seconds left to play in the third. What a game. Tatum, 12.7 assists, 5 rebounds. After having 0 in the first half, he's got now 13 in half 2. He buries the first one. Tatum's going to transfer all this momentum into Wednesday. So, here's my pick for Wednesday night. Take Jason Tatum over his player prop on Wednesday against Chicago, where he has dropped down 30-plus points numerous times against the Bulls. Second free throw is good by Tatum. Here's Jason Tatum's last 3 games against Chicago. 43 points. 15 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double on December 21st. 31 points, 10 rebounds on December 19th. And then on November 29th, he had 35 points and 14 rebounds. He's going to drop down at least 30. And his player prop's going to probably be at 27.5. So for all the sports bettors out there, make sure to take Jason Tatum over total points on Wednesday when he takes on Chicago. Make sure to take Jason Tatum over total points on Friday when he takes on the Pelicans. Those 2 teams that I just mentioned, the Bulls and the Pelicans, are number 29 and number 30 in paint defense in the NBA, and Tatum should be able to thrive in that matchup. Right now, we head to a timeout. 86-85, Celtics by 1. With 38 seconds left to go to close out the third. This stream, by the way, is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on all this season sports action with BetUS. It's an A-plus rated sports book which has been running since 1994. It's available in all 50 U.S. states where you can bet on your favorite sports teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. And for new sports bettors who go to the BetUS website, you'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000. Use my BetUS channel link, which is pinned into the chat, posted in the description of this video as well, to get started with BetUS, or you can click the QR code at the bottom corner of the screen. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video. It's also pinned in the chat to get started. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. One more free throw coming back up at the line for Jason Tatum. 86-85, he buries the free throw. 87-85, Celtics by 2 right now. Jason Tatum, 0 points in half 1. Jason Tatum, half 2, he has got 15 right now for Jason Tatum, going up against the top 8 defense at limiting opposing power forwards this season. The Houston Rockets, the number 1 paint defense in the NBA. Adams off the roll down, floater inside the key, no good off the glass. Rebound controlled by Jaden Springer for Boston. Celtics with possession. 15 seconds left to go in the third. Tatum's got 15 in the third quarter alone. Tatum, edge of the midcourt logo. Tatum dribbles up to the left wing, guarded by the big man on the switch here with Adams. Dribbles up low block. Tatum floats up the shot, no good. Cordat offensive rebound. Lou Cordat got it for 2. Right before the buzzer, the half-court shot missed right of the rim by Van Vliet. We close out at the end of the third quarter. Lou Cordat, scrappy as they come it. Offensive rebound, put back, good. With 2 seconds left to close out the third quarter off the Tatum miss. And Lou Cordat stepping up. He has got 14 alongside 6 rebounds tonight. What a game. 3 quarters in the books, and the Celtics have finally woken up. Jason Tatum has finally woken up. Mr. Tops has finally woken up, and that means that Jason Tatum has arrived and stepped up in quarter number 3 and woken up the same way as Mr. Tops woke up at halftime. 12 more quarters remaining in this one. The Celtics have taken the lead, part of a 37-31 third quarter advantage in favor of Boston. Responding right back with the punches. That is the biggest response ever there. Tatum finally woke up. And instead of 2 guys who showed up, now they got 4 guys who's showing up. And it's all about who will be the last one to show up for the 5th. Pritchard or or Holiday. And if that happens, the Celtics will take this game right now. 24 points by Jaylen Brown, 15 by Porzingis. He does have 5 fouls, though, for Porzingis. 15 points by Tatum. 14 points by Luke Kornet. Peyton Pritchard, he is close to double digits with 9. Drew Holiday with 5. 28 points by Dylan Brooks. 23 points by Amen Thompson. They've got just 2 players who's shown up offensively tonight. Celtics have 4 in double figures. Yeah, same here, Victor, because Porzingis, well, it's always a question mark with his availability status for Porzingis, for him. So they still need that help with a big man for him. And you got to be aggressive because the Lakers are trying to go right after Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler is in the sweepstakes between him and Miles Turner for the Lakers. And the Lakers are a couple players away from potentially competing for another championship, making a deep run. That's all they need. Anthony Davis said that he plays better at the 4 spot, and he allows another big man, like when he played with Dwight Howard, how they won a championship there. He says he plays better as a power forward and not a center. So that's what the Lakers are going to make a trade for, is either Miles Turner or Walker Kessler. And we'll see if the Celtics get aggressive to compete with that. We start off the 4th quarter right now, left to right on the floor. Amen Thompson drive, kick out to the corner. Jayshawn Tate with a 3, missed off the mark, no good. Tipped around, and Neemias Queta collects the defensive rebound. 5 on the floor, look like this for Boston to begin the 4th quarter. Pritchard to Tatum, nice bullet pass there by Pritchard, sets up Kornet with a layup. 16 points now by Luke Kornet, largest lead for the Celtics, up by 6. Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, Luke Kornet, Neemias Queta. That's the 5 on the floor currently for the Celtics. Jalen Green, bounce pass left corner, left baseline dribble to Aaron Holiday. A 3 taken straight away, missed off the mark, no good by Jalen Green. Rebound ripped away by Queta. Jalen Green, Jayshawn Tate, Steven Adams, Amen Thompson, and Aaron Holiday. That's the 5 on the court currently for Houston. This ball gets deflected out of bounds. Celtics will still stay with a possession here. 91-85, quarter jumper, good. Peyton Pritchard up to double figures. 12 points by P.P. Knocking down shots tonight here, baby. Largest lead for Boston. About a couple minutes ago, I said that. It's all going to depend on who steps up. Peyton Pritchard, perfect 4 for 4 from the perimeter with 12. Houston fumbled away the basketball. They turn it over. It's the Celtics with a basketball here with 10:52 left. Dylan Brooks on the bench, and that's a major loss right now for Houston. It's allowing the Celtics to run up the score here. Top of the key to Tatum. Houston was down by 15 with 8 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter against Memphis. They came back and they won 120-118. So this game is still far from over. Jaylen Brown, Jeppers, good for 2 for Jaylen. 26 for JB. And a timeout taken on the floor by Ime Udoka. Celtics are red hot right now. Peyton Pritchard off the inbound, assisted by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, the mid-range bucket. Jaylen Brown been the key to success today. The tone setter with 26. Looking real good tonight here as we head to the timeout. Man, awesome game by Jaylen Brown. He's been doing tremendous work this season when it comes down to home games. And Jaylen Brown's averaging 3 points per game higher at home than on the road for him this year. And loving it in Boston this year for JB. Doing this. Just an excellent game by him tonight. 10 for 18 shooting. 3 made threes for Jaylen Brown as well. Where he shot the ball. He shot the cover off the ball here at the TD Garden. 39% at home. 23% on the road from the perimeter for him this season. 16 by Luke Kornet. This guy is stepping up every single game. Like, what we come down to like the 4th quarter, I'm saying plus minutes out of Luke Kornet every single game. Like, and tonight, I got nothing to complain about with Joe Mazzulla. I kept on saying, Joe Mazzulla, you got to play this man as much as possible. And tonight, the minutes The minutes are there, the points are there, the rebounds are there. Everything's there by Luke Cornett for him to be a plus player. The blocks certainly are there. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks in 28 minutes by Luke Cornett. That's big time there. And Joe Mazzulla tonight playing Luke Cornett some solid minutes, and he has really stepped up for Cornett tonight. 15 by Porzingis. Off the bench, Pritchard's got 12. So right now we head into the timeout. This stream, by the way, is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on this season's sports action with BetUS. It's an A-plus rated sportsbook which has been running since 1994. It's available in all 50 U.S. states. You can bet on your favorite sports teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. And for new sports bettors, you go to the BetUS website. You'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000 with BetUS. Use my BetUS channel link, which is pinned into the chat. It's also posted in the description of this video, and also it's a QR link as well at the bottom corner of the screen for BetUS. As BetUS features sports betting on multiple sports. It also has same-game parlays and live sports betting as well during games. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video, pinned to the chat as well. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. $96-85, largest lead of the game for the Celtics. Jalen Green, jumper is good for 2. He knows that he's going to have to step up. He just buried a critical bucket to put his team back within single digits. Jalen Green's only got 8 points tonight on 2 for 9 shooting, having a rough game. He had 27 as the game leader during the last game against Boston. Tatum at the right wing, 15 all in the third for Tatum. Tatum, a lot of dribbling. Tatum got fouled. Wow. That was close. Şengün picked up the reach and foul. Really close there to being a turnover by Tatum. That was very close to being a backcourt. Inbound goes to Cornett. Back into the hands to Tatum. Tatum slows it down. Under 10 minutes left to go. His pass inside Cornett off to Queta. Back to Cornett. Deflected, intercepted. Bad pass by Neemias Queta. Just should have went to the rim. Or so he decided to try to thread the needle off to Cornett, got deflected and intercepted. This ball gets kicked out of bounds off the Celtics in transition. Amen Thompson checks back on the floor here for Houston. Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Alperen Şengün. That's the 5 they currently have the floor. Green, a bounce pass underneath to VanVleet. VanVleet trapped by Pritchard. Bounce pass off to the right baseline. Dylan Brooks getting whatever he wants. Scores the layup. A 30-piece out of Brooks tonight. 96-89, 30 points in 30 minutes for Dylan Brooks. Tatum, lob to Brown at the right baseline. Jaylen Brown, guarded by Green at 101. Brown brings along a double team, and Brown gets it away to the middle off to Cornett. Brown got fouled off the pass. Reach in, charge 2. I think that's on Jalen Green. So Celtics will get the inbound here. Tatum again lobs it off to Brown at the baseline. Brown working on Brooks 101. Back to Tatum as he's defended by Amen Thompson around the perimeter. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum's pass gets broken up. It's a kicked ball violation. This game's still too close for comfort right now. Houston was down at the same time by 15 to Memphis. They came back and won. This is only a 7-point game right now. Pritchard got it. Rock on, baby. Peyton Pritchard buries the triple. Guess what Peyton Pritchard's numbers are from 3 tonight? 15 points, 5 for 5 from the perimeter. 6th man of the year stepping up in a big way. Hand off to VanVleet. Top of the key, VanVleet. Pocket pass off to Şengün. Shoots up the jumper. Missed off the mark. No good. Pritchard off the glass. Controls the defensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard tonight has got himself 15 points. That is his 4th rebound of the game. Lob down low. Luke Cornett tearing up the roof shack on the top there. Looking at Santa Claus on the rooftop as he throws it down with a 2-handed jam. Luke Cornett, baby, throwing it down with authority. Celtics by 12. Swash by Dylan Brooks. He just buried his 9th triple of the game. 101-92. 8:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Dillon Brooks keeps on saving this team tonight. 33 points in 32 minutes. Tatum at the top of the key. Tatum weaves his way downhill. Tatum floats it up over the top. It's a terrible pass by Tatum, and it gets taken away by Thompson. Outlet pass ahead of the pack. Jalen Green scores the layup. It's a 7-point game. It should be an 11-point game instead. Jason Tatum, a terrible lob. Missed time over the top, too tall that Keita couldn't even grab it. And Joe Mazzulla will burn a timeout. The good, the third quarter by Tatum. The bad, the lob by Tatum off the top of the glass wasn't even close to Keita. The good, third quarter itself. The bad, the first, second, and fourth. Now for JT. Roller coaster of a game right now for Tatum. 15 points scored all in the third quarter, nothing at halftime, and then his third turnover committed just a moment ago. It's a bad turnover because they should be up by 11. They should not be up by 7 right now. That's a critical turnover. That's the difference between this game being won and this game being lost right there. If we look back and the Celtics crack up and crumble like the crumble cookie tonight and lose this game and do a major Afuka and lose this one, then you're going to look back at that play with that terrible lob by Jason Tatum. This stream, by the way, is, we got a couple of sponsors here. I'm going to go through Games Go right now, since we're into the fourth quarter. Games Go is a sponsor as well on this stream. Games Go is a subscription sharing platform which allows access for users to subscribe over to subscription services at a lower cost by sharing accounts. Use my promo code EJPMU for a discount over on the Games Go site. The link is pinned in the live stream chat right there. Just posted it in the chats in the description of this video. But what Games Go offers is that it has premium subscriptions for lower monthly prices to websites such as the New York Times. That includes the Athletic as part of that bundle for only $1.25 a month. It also has the Wall Street Journal in there as well. It's got premium subscriptions to sites such as Grammarly, Duolingo, Deezer, Crunchyroll, DeepL, Perplexity AI, Gamma, UPDF, and Scribed. So check out Games Go, providing high-quality, affordable streaming for over 5 years. The link, I just posted that in the chat. It's also posted in the description of this video. What a game. If you guys are new in the stream, keep on smashing the thumbs up tonight. Hit the like, hit the subscribe here, everybody. Type in the chat who you guys want to win this one tonight here. Celtics or Rockets, 71% going for Boston in this one. And what a matchup. Jaylen Brown, Dillon Brooks jawing after one another throughout the course of this game. 26 points by Jaylen Brown. On the other side, Dillon Brooks scored a point a minute for him. 33 points in 32 minutes, drilling 9 threes. 9 for 13 from the perimeter. The ghost of Caleb Martin flashing into Dillon Brooks for this game. Jaylen Brown at the elbow, up fake as he's guarded by Brooks one-on-one. Brown moves it back outside to Pritchard. Pritchard perfect from 3, 5 for 5. Pritchard thought about a step back. Give and go off the Brown. Jacks up the 3, missed off the bottom part of the glass. Tatum at the buzzer. And his 3 will not count. It's a shot clock violation charged to Boston. So Tatum had made the 3, though it was too little too late after the ball bounced off the glass. It hit all glass off the missed 3 by Jaylen Brown. It's only a 7-point game right now. Jalen Green with possession. Edge of the midcourt, Logan defended by Jaylen Brown, the 101. Top of the key, Green gets right past him. Pocket pass off to Thompson. Thompson, runner over. Cornette connects on it. And it's only a 5-point game, 101-96. This Houston team on a 9-zip run right now. They have beaten teams late in games this season. Just beat the Cavs by 1 in their first matchup on Wednesday. Beat them again in a shootout, 135-131 by 4 on Saturday. Brown going stagnant. Brown missed a jumper out of bounds off Pritchard trying to save it. It will go back to Houston. Houston playing great games with close games this season. This team is built to win close games recently, and right now they're in another close game. They've won multiple games by 1 possession in the month of January. Dribble, drive, attack the paint, no good. Missed by Green. He got fouled though. Luke Cornette picks up the shooting foul. This will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Jalen Green. 6:39 left. Actually, that's on Jaylen Brown. Cornette was next to Brown. That's on Jaylen Brown. Check that on the shooting foul. Getting into the expanded standings, we'll have 2 free throws here for Jalen Green. First one's good. Houston, this season, in games decided by 3 points, they have a record of 5-3. In games decided by 10 points, they have a record of 16-4. They've been excellent in close games this year for the Rockets. Multiple close wins by single digits. 16-4 record for Houston. For the Celtics, they've got an even better record in 10-point games. 21-4. In 3-point games, they're 5-2 this season. Second free throw is good. 101-98. 3-point game right now. 9-zip run though for the Rockets. Celtics need something out of their offense. Brown at the left wing. This ball is going stagnant. Porzingis back on the floor right now with 5 personal fouls. 6.5 left to go. Tatum lobs it off to Porzingis. Kick out corner into the hands of Pritchard. Pritchard for a timer. Dish outside to Holiday. Holiday dribbles up. Jumper to elbow. Drew came off the rim. Short, no good. A defensive rebound. Hauled in by the smallest player on the court, that is for Houston, with Fred VanVleet. And Jalen Green got it stripped. Drew Holiday up the floor. Stepped out of bounds with it, though, at the baseline. What a save there. What a hustle play by Drew. Couldn't stay in the court of play, though, trying to save this basketball off the strip by Green. Yeah, he was out of bounds. So 1 foot was out of bounds. This will result in a Rockets inbound. Porzingis is back on the floor. 5 in the court look like this for the Celtics here. Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Payton Pritchard. Porzingis got to be careful right there as he came up for the block, and he couldn't block it. Though as Amen Thompson snuck around and scored right past him. 101-100. Celtics with possession. Brown weaves his way inside the key. Brown got it stripped. Brown tiptoes the baseline. Kick out corner. Pritchard able to save that basketball. Holiday, his 3, broke it up. And it got blocked by Amen Thompson. Here goes the Rockets with numbers up the floor. Jalen Green, crossover, drives on Pritchard. Sends it outside of Brooks on top off to Thompson. Thompson, not a perimeter shooter, drops it down to the low block to Şengün. Şengün double team, dump off down low. Thompson, backdoor, he scores. Up and off the backboard. Joe Mazzulla, you gotta burn a timeout, man. And he ain't gonna burn a timeout. This clock keeps on rolling. 13-0 run by the Houston Rockets. Tatum, edge of the midcourt logo, exactly what I told you guys about. 2 weeks ago, Houston was down by 15 points with 8 minutes remaining. They came back and beat the Memphis Grizzlies by 2. Porzingis, dish outside, Holiday, corner 3, swoosh. Drew Holiday, bang, bang, buries the triple. 104-102. Houston down by 2 with a possession. Jalen Green, edge of the midcourt logo, defended by Brown, 101. Green, top of the key, 6 in the timer. Green dribbles up off the screen. Green, off the rim, no good, out of bounds. It's off of Jason Tatum. It will stay Rockets basketball. JT unable to box out. JT, what has he done in this game? First quarter, dick. Second quarter, dick. Third quarter, 15. Fourth quarter, dick. Timeout on the floor. 104-102. Ime burns a timeout. 4:26 left. When I was in high school, the coach of our baseball team, when we got shut out and the other team pitched the no-hitter, he gave us that exact speech. What did your team do in this game? Nothing. 0. Going back on that bus ride, felt terrible. Got shut out in a 3-zip game where the other team pitched the no-hitter. And nobody could contact the baseball to save their life in that game and put the ball into play. We probably had like 3 or 4 ground outs and like 2 or 3 flyouts, and the rest were strikeouts. When your star player comes alive, your star player's gotta come alive in the 4th quarter. And the star player, that's an NBA All-Star starter, ain't showing up in the 4th quarter. He had a chance for the rebound and let it slip out of his hands out of bounds. 104-102 right now. Van Vliet on the floor with Şengün, Brooks, Jalen Green, Amen Thompson. Inbound goes to Şengün. 5 of the court look like this for the Celtics. Porzingis, Cordet, Holiday, Brown, and Tatum. Pritchard went back to the bench. Van Vliet lobs it off to the mid-block into the hands of Şengün. Backs his way on Holiday, and Şengün missed no good, but Drew Holiday gets called in the shooting foul. And the Celtics are looking up at the monitor right now about this foul. Şengün backed his way. Şengün's been silent tonight as well. Only 7 points for him tonight, 8 rebounds. Joe Mazzulla is going to challenge this. Joe Mazzulla is going to challenge this foul call committed by Drew Holiday. 4:14 left as we head to the timeout. All right, back to the timeout right now. Drew Holiday, if this stands, this will be his 3rd personal foul. Foul trouble looks like this tonight. 5 personal fouls by Porzingis, 4 by Jaylen Brown, 3 by Holiday if it stands. 2 fouls by Luke Cornett. And for the Rockets, foul trouble looks like this. 3 personal fouls by Dylan Brooks, 3 by Şengün, 2 each by Amen Thompson, Fred VanVleet, Jae'Sean Tate, and Steven Adams. Joe, what's good? Welcome in, man. Vital Rights, thanks for joining in. This stream, by the way, is sponsored by BetUS. Bet on this season's sports action with BetUS. It's an A-plus rated sports book, which has been running since 1994. It's available in all 50 U.S. states. Bet on your favorite sports teams, players, and sporting events with BetUS. And for new sports bettors who go to the BetUS website, you'll receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000. Use my BetUS channel link, which is pinned in the chat. It's also posted in the description of this video to get started with BetUS, or you can click the QR link at the bottom corner of the screen. So check out my new sponsor, BetUS. The link is posted in the description of this video, pinned to the chat as well to get started. BetUS has been changing the game for over 30 years. That foul by Drew Holiday stands, so this will be 2 free throws coming up in the line. Holiday still talking to the official, pleading his case right now about the shooting foul. Şengün shooting 2, and the first free throw is good by Şengün. 104-103, 4:14 left in the 4th quarter. Şengün tonight with all 8s. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists for Şengün for number 28. Second free throw here for Şengün. And he drills it, so it's now 9-8-8. It's a tie game at 104. 4:14 remaining. Tatum takes it up the floor. Tatum, Holiday, Brown, Porzingis, and Cordet, the 5 of the court currently. Porzingis has 5 personal fouls. Tatum at the top of the key brings along the double team. Bounce pass to Cornett. Cornett dish outside, a right wing. Jaylen Brown, open 3. Off the mark, no good. A rebound. Battle for that basketball. Luke Cornett inside the key. No, he couldn't track it down. It's Tari Eason who came down with it with Houston. Houston in the tie game with a possession. Dylan Brooks on the floor with Şengün. Tari Eason, Fred VanVleet, and Amen Thompson. Jalen Green got benched late in the 4th quarter here, and referees roll a foul charge to Boston. That's on Luke Cornett reaching in. Well, Luke Cornett has to be careful as well. That's not on the reach, actually. That's on the defensive 3 seconds. So he's still got 2 fouls. Luke Cornett, defensive 3 seconds. Technical free throw is good. And Luke Cornett's going to head towards the bench. Oh, yeah, Luke Cornett's in some pain right now. He's got some, belly issue for him. His back and his belly not aligned correctly for Luke Cornett. He couldn't move. He was stuck inside a key and get called in the defensive 3 seconds. Houston gets the inbound as well off after that technical free throw, and it's missed off the front rim. No good by Şengün. Rebound control by Drew Holiday for Boston. Celtics with possession. Tatum at the right wing, guarded by Şengün. Tatum gets right past Şengün. Kick out to the corner off to Drew. Drew dribbles up inside the key. Holiday inside. Fall away. No good. Off the rim. Twice out of bounds. Deflected off by Houston. It will stay Celtics ball. So Celtics go small right now with Peyton Pritchard, who checked in to replace Cornette on the floor. So Luke Cornette being attended to on the bench. Looks like some cramps or so with his belly. And his back wasn't alive. Inbound, Brown over to Porzingis. Punches it down with a right-handed flush. OKP, baby. Kristaps Porzingis with a right-hand hammer. 3 minutes remaining. Houston with the possession. Van Vliet. Hounded by Pritchard, lobs it over to the free throw circle. Open jumper, Thompson off the back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, tipped over to Brooks. For the offensive rebound, Brooks. Lob inside, deflected, intercepted by Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday up the floor, gonna slow it down. Into the hands to Tatum. Tatum at the right wing perimeter, 2:35 left to go. JT towards his left. Tatum, guarded by Thompson, moves it out to the corner. Jaylen Brown with a three, takes it off the rim, no good. Rebound secure by Şengün. Had a really good look right there by Jaylen Brown, and able to make the three, though, uncontested from the far side corner. Top of the key, Fred VanVleet. 2:10 left to go. Bounce pass over to Şengün. Şengün drives inside the key on Porzingis. Şengün blocked by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown showing up major tonight in this game. 2 minutes remaining. Jaylen puts the ball into the hands to Tatum. Tatum stuck at 15-0 in the fourth quarter. Outside, Porzingis fires a fastball to Pritchard. Pritchard, spin cycle. Pritchard, kick out. Corner. Holiday, three. No good off the rim. Tipped over to Van Vliet for the defensive rebound. Somebody's going to need a bucket. Who will get it? Minute 40 left to go. Dillon Brooks, he's got it. Bang, bang, bang. It's for Dillon Brooks on three-point shot number 10 in the game. That's ridiculous. But the Boston Celtics defense, 108 by Houston, hitting their team prop for this one. Tatum looking to response, dribble, drive, right down the lane inside. He scores up and then off the backboard. Good for a two by Jason Tatum. 1:20 left to go. My clock's just a tad fast. Carly, Fred VanVleet has possession. Edge of the midcourt. Logan defended by Pritchard. Bounce pass out to the baseline over to Şengün. Instant classing in this game right here. Şengün bouncing bodies. Backs his way inside the key. Şengün dump off underneath Thompson. He got it. Good for two. Amen Thompson. Cold-blooded. The Houston Rockets take the lead. 110-108. 102 left to go. 10 freaking threes by Dillon Brooks. Unacceptable by the Celtics defense. Boston with possession. 56 seconds left. Holiday at the top, sends it over to Tatum. This is where heroes and legends are made, going up against their former head coach. Joe Mazzulla, perfect 3-0 against Ime Brown. Double clutch jumper, mid-range. No good off the back rim. A rebound secured by Houston with Tari Eason. Rockets by 2. Rockets were down by 15 with 8 minutes left to go in Memphis. They came back and won. Houston, 18-4 record in 10-point games this season. Dillon Brooks for the dagger. No good off the back rim. He missed it. Rebound control by Porzingis. Celtics with possession. 20 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown at the right wing. You get a timeout left to go as well. Jaylen Brown got stripped. Got fouled. Inside the key. Fred VanVleet. Reach and foul. 15.5 remaining. What a game. What a game tonight between these two teams. How about Peyton Pritchard getting the ball from 3 to win this game? If you like numbers, Joe Mazzulla, you better drop a play for Peyton Pritchard. You also have a timeout remaining as well. Peyton Pritchard's on the floor right now. He's a perfect 5 for 5 from three-point range with 15 points. You got to use him in this case right now. Inbound for Boston. Goes to Brown. Top of the key. Pritchard's open at the right wing. Brown dribbles through the teeth of the defense. Goes up. Gets fouled. And Jaylen Brown, who's not a good free throw shooter in pressure moments, will have 2 free throws coming up with 11.8 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown, who has cracked under pressure multiple times late in games at the free throw line, has 2 free throws here. 110-108. 2 pressure free throws by Jaylen Brown. Better knock him down. Cold-blooded. First free throw. Good. Right down the middle. 110-109. Steven Adams, Alperen Şengün checks on the floor. Luke Kornet, for his size, will check into the game here. Celtics, 1 timeout remaining. Houston, 2 timeouts remaining. 11.8 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown, 1 more free throw for the tie at the free throw line. Pressure free throw here by JB. Here we go. Jaylen Brown, 1 more free throw for the tie. 11.8 seconds remaining. And before he shot the free throw, it went in. Referees blew it dead. Substitution. Tari Eason checks out. Was not made on time. And now he checks back in, actually. So they got their 5 on the floor. He'll have to shoot an additional free throw for Jaylen Brown. 110-109. Free throw number 2 is good. Right down the middle. JB, you the man, Jaylen Brown. Timeout on the floor by Ime Udoka. 110 even, folks. What a game. Jaylen Brown, 28 points, 17 by Tatum. 15 of those points scored in the third quarter. He had nothing going into halftime. 17 by Porzingis. Luke Kornet's been big with 18. Off the bench, Pritchard got 15, who has been perfect from 3. If the Celtics want to win this game, Peyton Pritchard is perfect. I don't mind him attempting the final shot tonight for Peyton Pritchard. He is perfect. Let it fly. See what happens. Perfect. 5 for 5 from the perimeter. 36 points by Dylan Brooks. 10 for 15 from 3. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. What Joe Buck would call a despicable act. Dylan Brooks, Caleb Martin. Big time from 3, those 2 guys against the Celtics only. 31 points by Amen Thompson with 10 rebounds. Everybody else, 12 points or fewer. Embarrassing for Boston tonight, allowing 10 made threes to Dylan Brooks. How are you going to compete for a championship when a guy like that, a non-all-star player, drills 10 threes against you? Drops down 36. That is terrible. Houston is about to advance it to the front court here. 11.8 seconds remaining. 5 on the floor for the Celtics look like this. Drew Holiday, Luke Kornet, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown. Peyton Pritchard's not even on the floor right now for this possession. Or so. I expect if they get this basketball quickly, I expect Mazzulla to burn a timeout. Oh, and he slipped the screen, and Alperen Şengün off the inbound throws it down with a right-handed flush. Alperen Şengün slipping the entire Celtics defense. A Fuka Choka Boston, and Joe Mazzulla burns a timeout. Where's the defense? The number 3 team in the league for sure ain't looking like number 3. For sure ain't looking like they're going to win a chip. This is what the Boston Celtics have done since the start of the new year. Playing 20% capable of what they're worth. Here we go. Since January 3. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, win in overtime, loss. Question mark here. Down by 2. Gotta win it at the buzzer. Who's taking this final shot? Better not be Tatum. Better be Pritchard or Brown. Who you got taking this final shot? Type in the chat right now. Tatum, Brown, Pritchard, Porzingis. You let me know. Kornet, you let me know out in the chat. If you guys enjoy the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 10.3 seconds left. Celtics advance their front court, about to get the inbound. Holiday lobs it off to Porzingis, top of the key, puts the ball into the hands to Tatum. Tatum dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside. He finally did something. Oh, baby, I'm wrong. You prove me wrong. JT takes it to the rim. We're tied. 112 even. That's what I gotta see out of Jason Tatum. Right there, right now. Beautiful drawn play for your superstar player, the all-star starter, Jason Tatum. On that one, erupts off dribble drive penetration. drives on a man. Thompson scores at the rim, gets the layup, and we are even. Ime Udoka burns a timeout. Houston with a final possession. 112-112. No timeouts for either team. 2 personal fouls by Boston, 5 by Houston. Next time around, Celtics are in the bonus. Tatum almost had an and one. Right there is very close to an and one. When the game is coming down to the line, Jason Tatum finally makes a clutch play to tie it up and potentially force OT. That is one of the best plays that we've seen. Instead of a forced up 3 ISO ball by Tatum, he attacks and gets the rim. And that's what he's going to be doing all game long on Wednesday. Make sure to bet with BetUS and over the player prop for Jason Tatum on Wednesday night as he takes on the Chicago Bulls, the league's worst defense in paint defense. Jason Tatum has scored at least 30 points in 3 straight games against Chicago. Make sure to take his over player prop with BetUS this coming Wednesday for Jason Tatum. And use my link posted in the chat as well, pinned in the description of the chat. Here we go off the inbound. Thompson, followed by Cordat on a reach-in foul. 4.3 seconds left to go. A foul committed by the Celtics to give. Not like that Drew Holiday foul against the Hawks. That was one to give. 4 personal fouls now for the Celtics. Inbound, Thompson looking to close it out. Thompson, mid-range at the buzzer. Oh, he got it with 0.7. Amen Thompson drills it. 0.7 left to go. Inbound, Pritchard. Full court shot, no good, he missed it. It is over. Amen Thompson wins it for Ime Udoka's Houston Rockets. 30 plus by Dylan Brooks. 30 plus by Amen Thompson. The Boston Celtics ain't committed to playing defense. The Boston Celtics, what have they done since January 3rd? Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, win in overtime against the Clippers team with 0 starters. Loss, win, loss. 11-9 in their last 20 still. A Fuka Choka Celtics. The Houston Rockets, a legitimate title threat at the Oklahoma City Thunder, a legitimate title threat to win it all this year. They swept Cleveland twice. They just beat the Celtics at Boston. They're 3-0 against the Memphis Grizzlies. If they swing in a trade within the next 10 days, the Houston Rockets could pose the biggest threat for the NBA title contender, the Oklahoma City Thunder, their big-time rival, as this game has gone final. The Boston Celtics ain't the number 3 team in the power rankings, that is for sure. Win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. The Houston Rockets, they are 9-2 in their last 11, and they get things done tonight at Boston. Jalen Green did not go off tonight. Finished with 12 points. Dylan Brooks, 36 points. 10 made threes. That's a reality check right there. Look yourselves in the mirror, dead on, after the conclusion of this game for the Boston Celtics, and ask yourselves, are you really NBA title contenders? What have you done in the month of July? You have done that. Here's the wins that you've got. Dallas with 5 players out, no Luka. Clippers, overtime win, 0 starters playing in that game. Derrick Jones Jr., career high 29. Golden State, a team that's tanking, waving the white flag, you beat them by 40. Orlando, dealing with multiple injuries, they crushed them in that game. New Orleans, 1-point win against a team who had 8 wins at that time. Denver, a team that was missing Jokic when they played them. Houston, the first time, the last actual great win that they had back on January 3rd. You look at all the other wins, they were missing multiple players or key players. Denver, New Orleans, Orlando, Golden State, who's waving the white flag, not going to make the playoffs, going to get eliminated in the 10-9 play-in for Golden State. The Clippers, who took them into overtime, which had 0 starters play that game. And Dallas, which was without Luka. I mean, where's this team going? This team's got 0 direction right now. When everybody thinks that they've turned the corner, they obviously have not. And it's you gotta string together wins, and they haven't proved together that for this Celtics team. Gotta string together victories. And I'm hoping that you can get 3 in a row coming up with what you've got here for Boston. Because if you can't get 3 in a row right here, then it's a telling story. Anybody, Atlanta, Indiana, Detroit, those 3 teams are capable of taking you out in the first round if you keep on playing like this. This is what they got coming up. Chicago on Wednesday at home, who's 2-1 against the Celtics, by the way. The Pelicans, who they beat by 1 a few weeks ago, and then the Sixers, who they lost by Christmas. That's the next 3 games on the schedule. They should be 3-0. If they aren't 3-0, look yourselves in the mirror. Big reality check. Commit towards playing defense, because tonight they couldn't commit towards playing defense against a second-year player in the NBA, and that is rough. A team with all veteran guys just lost against a team that wanted it a whole lot more than you did tonight. 12-7 offensive rebounds in favor of Houston. And guess what? That play cost them the game. Jason Tatum, terrible pass to Keita. It got sent off the top of the backboard. It should have been an alley-oop slam. The pass was way too high above Keita's head, went off the top of the backboard, resulted in a turnover, resulted in a Men Thompson taking it the distance for 2. At that point, the Celtics should have been up by 11 with 8 minutes left. Instead, Houston got the game back win in 7, and now is the difference in the game. Jason Tatum, a terrible pass, a turnover, and a Men Thompson scored on Tatum. Big reality check, especially with the all-star starter Jason Tatum, because he for sure ain't playing like one. That is for sure for Jason Tatum. Pascal Siakam should have been an all-star starter ahead of Jason Tatum. Like, this is ridiculous. This is what you give me tonight for Jason Tatum. What did he do? First quarter, dick. Second quarter, dick. Third quarter, 15. Fourth quarter, 4. Does that look like an all-star starter? No. That should have been Pascal Siakam all day over Jason Tatum. 19 points, 42 minutes. Played more minutes than anybody else tonight for JT, besides a Men Thompson, who gave his team 33, the game-winning shot, 10 rebounds in 42 minutes. Jason Tatum, what did he do tonight? 19 points, 5 for 14 from the floor, 1 for 7 from 3. I mean, where's the killer instinct? Where's the it factor? Where's the it factor like Isaiah Thomas scoring 50 after his sister passed away in the playoffs? Where's that it factor? Where's that fire in your belly for Jason Tatum? It just ain't here. This is what Jason Tatum has done in the month of January in the previous 2 weeks. Tonight, 19. Last game, 24. 16 against the Lakers on Thursday. 24 against the Clippers on Wednesday. 22 against Golden State. Going up against Steve Kerr, who benched him during the Olympics. That's unacceptable. You needed to drop down at least 30. You weren't hungry enough to do so. 23 against a poor defense with Atlanta. Your last game you had 30 was against Orlando 10 days ago, January 17th. Before that game, you had 16 against Toronto. 16 against one of the worst teams in the league. 15 against Sacramento, one of the worst defenses in the league. You had 15 for Sacramento. Just pathetic. Rockets outscored the Celtics 25-11 in the last 8.5 minutes remaining. And that's why I kept on saying the Rockets were down by 15 with 8 minutes left. They completed a comeback. They came back and beat the Memphis Grizzlies a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, for sure, Joseph. He puts out a Men Thompson with Şengün. Going to be a force to be reckoned with Brooks, Van Vliet, and Green. Yep, just potentially a finals. Yeah, potentially. This, if the Rockets can swing at another veteran player here, because this team is on the upswing, and they're playing the best basketball out of anybody. They just went 2-0 against Cleveland, and Also, they are 3-0 against Memphis. Big time win for the Rockets here. For the Celtics, this is a full-on reality check tonight, right now. Like, does this look like they're coasting or so? Or they're just having a tough time against the physicality? It looks like the Rockets' physicality took it to them tonight, competing hard in the glass. The offensive rebounds were the difference maker, 12-7 in this game. Also turnovers, 15 turnovers by the Celtics, just 8 by the Rockets tonight in this one. Thanks all for joining in tonight. I'll be back on Wednesday, Celtics against Chicago. I would hope that they bounce back after that one. Chicago, by the way, is 2-1 against the Celtics this season. And Celtics going to bounce back coming up on that one. Or check that, they're 1-2. It's the Pacers. The Pacers are 2-1. Chicago's 1-2. Celtics won the first game, and then they split the next two in December. They won the Black Friday one. So take that back there. Chicago's 1-2. It's the Pacers that's 2-1 over the Celtics right now. So is the Hawks. The Hawks are 2-1 against the Celtics as well. Thanks all for joining in. We're going to close out to the channel members. Quick update, no stream this upcoming Friday. I'll be at Brown covering a game for water polo, so unfortunately we'll not have the Celtics stream against the Pelicans this Friday, but we'll be back for my next one on Wednesday against the Bulls. And we're going to wrap up to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Bradley, Warren, and Kelly, I Am Ghost, the Nija Player, Asia, Ice Ice Baby, Katie, Ogie, SGA Sports Talk Channel, Lonely Satellite, Michael, John, Norma, Jonathan, Guido, and Mark. Thanks all for joining in, being a part in this one tonight. Houston wins 114-112 over the Celtics, the final score. I'll be back on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.